Sorry, I hate... And then... The Grau. Is it in here? Hold on, let me see.
I chose Wix for my business because of its massive scope for functionality and freedom of creation.
Yeah.
The Kilo, Doc. There it is. I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm one of the few in the party of like, the Kilo holographic days were nice, but it wasn't like my favorite phase of Verdansk in terms of weapons. The Kilo was like okay to me. I don't know. I think they had like more. I don't know. At one point, the AMAX, Grau, then maybe Kilo for me. Maybe. It's a Grau conversion kit. Oh, it's a conversion kit. Just fucking bring it. Just bring it back. Okay. This right here this is AI. When I come to the store, and I'm not trying to. Right, we're searching for a match. I know this is separate. I'm excited for Verdansk, but like I just every time I step into this fucking store, I just feel like I'm walking into an AI's dream. I really am. No soul. Just the most random like bankroll. Like I feel like AI just is designing all these. You know? What's lacking is a narrative for the game, like a soul for the game, like a central foundational point, right? They're letting that kind of break away. That's the problem with the franchise, right?
Yeah, uninstall.
Like they have to retain it going in online. I don't know. It's got to get gritty and. Chase, thank you for the 47 months. Spicy Samantha, welcome to the Champions Club. Will, the thrill in 6 months. Do we have? Look at the Rumble. 10 gifted Rumble Premiums RPG fail. Much appreciated. There I go again. Much appreciated. Little Assassin calls the doc out for that one. Hey, Dad. Why do you always say appreciate it? Why don't you just say thank you? Okay, I appreciate your advice. Thank you very much. Looking for 100 more players. Come on, Doc. I am! Thank you for the 10 gifted Rumble Premiums. Dracor, thank you for the 10. Doc looks like a cat playing with the mouse. Mercy, thank you for the $20 Rumble Rant. Doc, the HDR is good, and we need to have it in back pocket today. Do we? The HDR? Again, like right off the rip, I prefer the AX50. You guys got to remember. Early on, we had our own weapons. The AX50, that thing was athletic. It didn't hit as hard as the HDR, but it was slightly more athletic. This is before the car days. I wasn't a big fan of the HDR. You had like that multi-zoom scope. Gory, thank you for the 20, Doc. You're one good-looking son of a bitch.
What's
Where
up,
can I get
Doc?
pythons like yours?
Mm-hmm. Is he playing? Whoa. How did that guy miss him?
Did they nerf this weapon? Wow, this thing's got a lot of kick now, huh? This did stiff buff?
Huh. I wonder what meta guns.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Where are we at?
Do we go out and just guarantee the first win?
It's too much. It's gonna crash.
Where do we land?
Gonna crash.
Do we go Superstore? Right off the rip? Do I?
Gonna crash.
Nah, man. I said we go to Scrapyard.
You're clear to engage all hostiles. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Been playing a lot of Tarkov, so this feels extremely zippy. There might be some recalibrating needed, champs. Wow. That sounded very accurate. Did they actually fix the fucking audio? What is this SMG called? The Compact 92? Is this a new SMG? Oh, let's take a look. I like how all the key bindings, all my settings stayed the same. That's nice. That's a nice integration. It's a nice integration.
Hey, Buds, let's come
There we
make some
go.
breakfast.
I'm just kind of cruising right now. We're going to be hunting all day. Let me just explore a little bit, huh? Feel it out. Feel this new atmosphere out.
Let's make some quesadillas. It'll be easy. Go. Quesadilla. What's she doing?
Let's get in the fight.
That big gray can.
Oh. Yeah. Let's...
Clean those pans.
Yeah, right.
Sausage in the small cast iron, right? There you put the other one. You clean those pans up. And you need to get up, baby. Ooh, baby.
Why does this game feel so good right now?
I'm talking to you.
It's actually working.
I'm talking to you, my baby.
Hostile UAV in the area.
You hear me? You hear me? I'm talking to a baby. Hey. 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 Don't ignore me. You're not here. You're not here, huh? Dang it. It's not dang it, dang it. I'm gonna download Warzone now. Downloading Warzone.
Loadouts.
Good luck. It says we
I
should
like
be able to
that.
play it.
6,000
At
in
least on the
solos.
set.
That's
That's why we
good.
can't play Rivals. You know that, right?
It's fantastic.
Like our shop and Rivals is built in a way that it favors whoever has the better hardware.
I mean, you literally do more damage.
You're
with higher
and
FPS.
yeah, and because you're rendering faster and you're getting
You
See
know,
if they,
Warzone's
if
run
the
on
shot is
PS4
still
box,
active.
it'll run on the laptop part.
cool. So
But-
I'm gonna try it. I tried it once when it was new and it was just I got cloned over and over.
Player face.
I can't help it. Watching they make you want to play it. Can't help it.
It's COD, bro. So
Yeah.
we got all the new gens.
The kid at the smoke shop, he
Dude, fucking
played Call
audio
of
is so-
Duty, but I guess there is also Call of Duty multiplayer.
So nice.
Yes, it's
So
like
that's weird. So there's Warzone, but then you still have
Mhm.
traditional like
Warzone is its standalone
thing.
multiplayer. So it like changes and receives updates, but then much of the COD games stop receiving updates after. a
Come on
certain-
in over here.
Yeah, just like their traditional multiplayer
Uh-huh.
modes that
Yeah.
came out when the game came out.
And then they don't want to change a lot after that.
Okay,
And
they're
so-
more traditional.
The true multiplayer experience for Call of Duty is on Warzone.
Yeah, so like I didn't get it. Well, I know a lot of people are playing Black Ops. You can get Black Ops. So yeah, I know a lot of people were playing it. Jazzy guy watched. He plays it. And like his smoke shop plays it.
Now the fight starts.
That shotgun's useless.
But I thought that
I
was
hit him like 3 times. I didn't even
crack.
crack his shield. Even after 3 shots,
Like
I'm fucking
everything
close.
would become kind of like Warzone or Fortnite. You know, almost free to play. Or something, or live service. So yeah, it's weird.
It's all part of day one, you know?
So Call of Duty, they're trying to do both,
Yep.
which is weird. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see if he comes down.
Except there's no story in Warzone.
Yeah, but it would seem like they were splitting their own audience.
But it seems strange.
Yeah. So maybe they're fully different. Battle Royale is different than the other, you know. So
Oh yeah, you're right. It's battle.
Day
Royale.
one meta.
Almost the other one's on.
they're
Shoddy
not.
just
that's
ain't
the
it.
whole deal. So
I got lost in the VFX
but
too.
still, it's just a different game mode, dude. It's
Look at the
weird.
new, look at the old school gulag.
So
Oh yeah,
There's
Verdansk
still-
is back.
no, that's why I've got it on.
It's the OG map.
Oh,
That's why I'm watching. Yeah. I couldn't help it. The new map came out.
wins this
The
fight?
old new map came out. And I looked up system
that's right. The,
requirements.
the good old
Supposedly we
classic
should be
capturing
able
of
to
the,
play
of
it.
the flag.
So at least you can jump on see if I run across dock.
You gotta go to the same server for games.
Well, it's hard anyway because they have to hide all their shit, bro.
They're specific.
Like they don't mind if you jump on their game with them, but they get hunted.
How many
They
people are
look
going
at
to
the
go in
lab.
the gulag and jump
know
up
what I
here
mean?
for the first time? If you go in the gulag for the first
They're
time and you
called
jump up,
stream
try to do the head
snipers.
glitch right there.
It's called streamer mode.
Yeah.
Where it hides your.
Wow. Why does this
Only
game
a
feel
separate game.
so good right
And
now?
so people
Wow.
can't physically
The
target.
audio is accurate.
They will.
Oh my.
But I've seen them run across other streamers on a server. You know, they just
I've only
have
been in
to
the
run
game, and I'm
across
just going to say
somebody
this,
they
Jans,
know.
right now. I've only been in this game for what, 2 minutes?
But yeah, usually they start out, the guys I watch, like they don't worry about that shit too much. And then they'll just begin to
5
suspect
minutes?
it. Then after that, you'll hear them like, hey, hide your
This is the
screen.
best audio
This.
has been.
So basically, you can't let them know when you're joining the server.
So I'm only saying that.
They're just waiting to hit.
5 minutes
at
in.
the same
Okay.
time. And then when you're dropping in, you can't let them know where you drop in at.
Take that
But
for a
they
grain of
have
salt.
people who basically will sit there. They know where
Damn.
they're at. And they'll just wait for them. They'll hide somewhere and just wait for those guys. But
Should I make 3?
Audio
I
is
don't know.
nice.
Yeah, leftovers are pretty good.
I mean, I can hear
And
exactly
then
where that
last
is.
time you had too much cheese or too much sausage. There
I'm
was
such a
some-
big audio guy. I'm
I
so
think it was the
massive.
meat. It was quite a bit.
too much meat. It was soggy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Then yeah. I'll cook the eggs longer this time.
Yeah. But it almost felt like you were trying to make it too deluxe, and it came out almost off. The balance was off. Yeah.
What can I buy now with 2,800?
I went to bed at 10 o'clock.
Shut up. Don't feel pretty good.
I gotta find like a sniper or something, huh?
You do though. You gotta be in bed before 10.
Let me see here. It's look for it the whole time. Fucking
Get
idiot.
in bed by 10 o'clock. You'll wake up rested the next morning.
For like people my age range, it's like it's supposed to get to like 8, 11 hours of sleep a night. Like I don't have a night.
Yeah, get me out.
Want some more what? Juice? Yeah, make some
Um,
breakfast, baby. I'll give you some more juice. Drink some water until then.
Clearly, we're gonna need to
Oh,
get some
okay.
setups going here.
What's that?
But yeah, that Marvel Rivals thing is funny. You know, like it hit big. Everybody was talking about it. You know, it's kind of silent now, right? I don't know if people are
Now
still playing it
it'll
anymore.
be interesting to see.
But,
Now the true test for this game has
Doc
always
was
been
really good. How
the
he
audio, how
never
it
said a
handles
negative thing, but he said enough.
a shit ton going on in the screen, right?
Yeah,
Multiple
you're right.
players, multiple teams. So today we're gonna really feel that out. Obviously,
melting you, dude.
playing with Rallied and Bobby.
Like Neo.
You,
in the
you know what I mean,
Matrix.
champs. You know
Yeah.
it. You know what
No,
I mean.
it's rough. It's
gonna be a lot of
pushing
action.
fucking utter, dude, to get
Um,
that quarter out. It's
So we got to get a
melting.
loadout going, but man, I feel snappy today. The
So-
game feels really good, right off the rip,
It
right out of
was
the
a fun
gates.
game, but yeah, I need this
I'm
guy
excited about that.
quick.
We just got to put together a loadout,
Guy down.
and I think we got
Which
10
is
2 wins
sad,
in a row.
dude. The
Not
art.
a
No,
problem
it
today.
was a great, but they just had to put that evil shit in there, dude.
What am I going?
You're putting AI fucking. My own teammates were
all we
fucking
gotta do.
bots, bro. And then you're just doing it to get me fucking emotionally sucked
Steve
in.
Lara, welcome. Head gas.
so I'll
thank you
put
for
a
the
quarter in
49
you?
months in the
No,
Champions
anyways,
Club.
that was
yeah.
That a game doesn't have to look.
Highlight reel. Thank you for the $5 Rumble rant. Doc, the
You know,
SWAT has
be
a
multiplayer
Grau
hyper
conversion
realistic
kit.
shooter game
Okay.
To be super successful, it was a good. You know, you could still have an art style and be good.
Backers,
And
thank you Sid, for
also,
the dollar.
Like
It says
the team and everything,
AK-47.
players and
Oh,
the
yeah.
AI and everything.
Let's put
Yeah,
together
Like
some
shot
classes here.
from foot.
See, Rallied and Bobby, they're gonna have all the knowledge.
Same, I'm
They're gonna
pretty
have all the
sure
knowledge,
that's Fortnite, dude. But Fortnite
what
got
they've been
over
working on,
before people
etc.,
could.
etc.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now it's a thing. Now it's. But I'm pretty sure
Um,
everyone knows that about Fortnite.
Everyone knows you're playing.
That's why
mainly
they call it
against
a
AI.
kids game.
We definitely want us.
Dude.
So let's get rid of this class. We'll work
But
off
it's
this one.
not a game. Like even in
That's
I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
way
the definition. Like with the
Got that
government.
CR56
Like that's not a game.
AMAX.
Games have definitions and rules.
Unlocking
And
Black Ops 6 Season 3 Battle
whatever
Pass.
you're building, that's not a game, dude. That
What if
is
this thing hits?
that's when it's truly electronic entertainment.
Yeah.
That's not in game. That's you're entertaining them.
Which is different.
The difference between
When
football
someone
and
said
wrestling.
the
You know, professional wrestling is entertainment. Fucking collegiate wrestling
As a sport.
is a fucking
what
sport.
did you say?
No, that's how different it is, dude.
SWAT.
WWE or whatever.
Chavisco, thank you for the $5 Rumble rant. I need you to
NCAA,
remind my
bro.
buddy
It's
Philly
fucking
Cool
night
he isn't
and
even
day,
close.
dude.
Doesn't require you to be physically
Like you
active,
just did.
but one's, you know.
Captain Thick, thank you for
That's
the
what I
$10
mean.
Rumble
I'm not
rant.
putting
Doc, tell
down
my chubby cheek
entertainment.
friends
That's
Josh
you're
and
not
Trent to
putting
get on
down-
Rumble
you know,
for
those
that
guys get
crispy
hurt, too.
14.
Like it's a real
40p.
physical job. And not just that, it's the lifestyle. You see them on TV and you think that's all they do, but no, they travel constantly doing the BOK. They do shows, dude. They actually put on shows. Yep.
When wrestlers.
Like the old fashioned wrestling in front of an audience. Yeah.
When it was the first time WWE came to China, and they had tapped all of their cell phones in their apartment.
Hey, where are you cutting it? How much you want? We'll go
SMG battle rifles.
Okay.
SMGs.
Get your nice little slice in there. Go there, and at the end, it's going to get
No
where it
SMGs.
does
No
not want to
SMGs.
cut. Do all that fat. You just press the rewind.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about? Is there a conversion kit? Is this the one you're talking about?
Knife in,
Or am I?
that, and
I don't even want to get into any of this
you
shit, you know?
Okay, you start squeezing that, get out of the way, yeah. You know, that's literally a real, that's the sauce, but that's sauce.
Like basically, what are we rolling with today?
I think in the old days,
Stiff
they
buff
had
seems
not
like it's
had
not
a
buff
skin.
anymore.
What
Or is
the
that
I
like
guess we take
bologna?
this thing
Yeah,
out
they
for a
do
spin.
Stuff off bologna.
Bologna, that's plastic. That's not.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I think there used to be casings. Is what I think.
Uh-huh.
There used to be casings that were.
It's either you can still buy sausage that uses the
Oh.
pig intestines as the casing.
As the
But
natural.
a lot of them use fake synthetic ones.
I think we
Yeah.
take that out for a spin. We don't need gunfighter. So
Huh.
we're gonna do overkill,
We might be playing it today.
and
We'll
I
see.
think we'll use the
Oh, did I close out Minecraft? I think I closed out Minecraft.
Car 98, right?
I got to know. My favorite sausage is that homemade summer
There it
sausage.
is,
That's-
burning. It's already burning from its last match.
Summer sausage is supposed to be venison,
Experimental gas.
It is. It is.
but it's not always called.
Wow.
That's usually what it means. People say
What's it
summer
called?
sausage.
Mr. Clyde, one of the adult leaders in my troop,
Yeah.
they go hunting, they have venison, and they make their own
Impact
self
grenades.
A lot of it too, it's because that venison can be tough to eat. It's either gamey or so you make it all into summer sausage.
Right.
People,
All right.
people like it. So.
I think we'll just kind of work
You know,
with
a lot
that
of
for
people
now.
would do venison hamburgers. and they
Vintage
mix,
Clash, welcome
venison
back,
into their
49
ground beef. A lot of they which would help.
Months.
There's a
The
lot of
HDR?
recipes out in the Midwest for
Thank you
venison.
for the $3
Or
donation.
like stews, like we have
Since
beef
it's a
stew.
brand
A lot
new
of times they throw some
sniper,
venison in
fine.
there too. But I had a buddy who there's other people who they
Fine.
love venison, and there's some people around here
I
who
gotta
swear
unlock it.
it's how you cook it.
It's Black Ops 6 Season 3 Battle Pass. That's the only way to use it.
And hey, when you do those
But it's
tortillas,
added
you can just
content,
put
so
butter in there.
technically, I mean, it
You know what
makes
I mean?
sense for
Just put
you
a
to
nice
pay
layer
it.
of butter.
Fuck, dude.
I mean, you don't have to.
These
You
guys,
start making that
they
bad.
just fucking charge for everything, don't they?
Yeah, I tried it the other day, and it might work better when you butter the whole tortilla, but yeah, you can do it. Throw a tab of butter in the pan.
Like I know people that do cookies that way. They
Yeah.
throw butter.
But see, I don't think it works with milk. I tried that with my grilled cheese, and it does not cook the same.
Battle
as
Pass.
bread.
Bread is too good. With tortilla, it's
Claim
like
all rewards to get the
flatbread.
conflict.
Maybe
maker.
that's what. But no, now that you say that, no, I tried that with my
Battle
grilled
Pass.
cheese, and I don't like that. It just
Fine,
doesn't
Battle
cook.
Pass.
It even looks at it. No, it doesn't cook the same.
Confirm.
It gets that textured toast look.
I mean, I got the extra cash. I got the extra cash.
The one thing I just don't like about these battle royales, dude, I don't
Why
like
not?
looking at the ground the
I got
whole
the extra
time.
cash.
That was with
Now do I have a
Apex.
weapon? Let me see.
And I know
Do I
it's
got the
part of
Emacs
the game
and-
design, and it causes stress that you have to look down. I have to look down and go through menus, and I fucking hate that. And
What the hell?
that's one of the reasons I don't like those
Unlocked in
battle
Black Ops
royales.
6
I
Season
never.
3 Battle Pass.
That was
And-
like
wait a minute.
Fortnite, the building
did I
in
just buy?
Fortnite. It's another mechanism.
Yeah.
And they're doing it for stress. They're doing it on purpose. It's making you in a stressful situation. It's making you sort this shit. It's crisis management.
Claim.
You know what I mean? And so that
Fucking
causes endorphins
Claim
in your
7
head and
more
all that shit. But
rewards.
dude,
What?
I fucking hate that. It's a long
the
way from
rewards?
SOCOM, dude. Even it's a long way from Halo, where you all start with the
Claim
same.
page.
Everyone starts.
Spend 7 tokens.
so-
I only got 20. Okay, here we go. Boom. Get right to it.
You know, some of them
Claim
games,
page,
dude,
here we
it's
go.
like you can buy ammo now, bro.
What's this new weapon over here?
Primo, get off, yeah. It's gonna ruin everything.
The AMAX. And I need how many? Claim 15 more rewards. Oh. What? How much are the tokens?
Oh, look, see, it's got
Okay,
all
we got-
kinds of bullshit already.
He's trying to.
Just
And then yeah, you leveling up
claim-
your
claim the
weapons and
page.
all that shit.
Claim
That's
it.
just that's carrot on a stick stuff, bro. That's all right. I know people like it.
every time I go into this fucking
But
this
God,
company's
dude.
store and purchase process, it's actually depressing.
Basically
it's not
taking
fun. When
RPG
you go into
elements
something
and
like this,
bringing
you
them
want it to be
into the
fun.
shooter
You want
genre.
to feel good as a consumer, right? I don't feel
Just-
good doing
yeah.
any of this shit. I don't. It doesn't make me feel good.
I think he's complaining about the store. You see the Activision support?
Like if you're gonna prioritize it, at least make it feel good. You know, if you need to prioritize microtransactions, make the process fucking incredible. Why not? All right.
Yeah.
I almost want to take that.
We come a
AMAX
long
out.
way from fucking
bigger
horse
fan of
armor.
AMAX
That's all I
than
know,
Kilo.
dude. We come a
That's
long
exactly
way.
what
And
we
there
would
was
do.
people. It was funny because
That's
they were like,
exactly
"What
what
are you
we
getting
do.
so upset about horse armor?"
Taking this bad boy out right off
But
the
there
rip.
were people who flipped the fuck out over that. It was in Oblivion. Who was that?
You
Bethesda.
put a 3 time on it.
That was the first big one to hit.
Ooh.
It was.
Who makes Elder Scrolls?
Well, Bethesda makes them now.
Put a
but
3 time on this bad boy.
Alpha Studios or something like that.
But anyways,
Good looking
yeah,
weapon. Look at that thing.
it's
Oh, let me see the
Bethesda.
firing range.
Battle Royale.
So yeah, I remember that horse
Huge
armor.
loadout.
I remember everyone saying, like, dude, if you fucking buy that shit, if you let him do that, it's gonna
What
ruin
is
gaming.
this? Get this out of here.
And everyone's acting like, what are you talking? It's horse, you know. They kept saying, like, no, dude, it's gonna ruin it.
Is it back? I think this bad boy's back.
And I
Let me see
remember
what
when
kind of
they
back pocket, though. No, Car 98.
started updating games. There were people that were like, no, dude, that's not good. And we're like, what do you mean that's not good? That's awesome that they
Stiff
could. Like,
buff.
no, they're going to start
Let's go to
fucking.
snipers.
And now, dude, they
Where's
don't
the
even
HDR?
send you a
There
game
are.
when you buy it on It's not even, you
were
never.
being shy, weren't you?
So, yeah, but there were people who called it
Just had
back
to go
then.
through a multi-step process.
Like, no, dude, you start doing that, and then
We're
you're
gonna
never
start
going to own the
characters.
game. Like, it's never going to be on a disc that you can
So
play
you gotta
it,
turn
that
on
you can
double
plug it
XP.
in and play it.
3.
And that's where we've gotten to, basically.
None of it
But
carried
PC
over?
games were already like that. I remember when
Sending
PC
you
games were
extra
still
points
around, dude. You
countdown
bought
as
the
you ran
box,
through.
and all it was a code in there. Those
Double
last
XP
World of
event.
Warcraft expansions,
Battle
you
Pass.
buy it, and it's a fucking code. That's all you're doing is putting in a code. So you're buying a box. You're basically buying a collector's
Sweet.
box.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the only thing you're buying.
Gotcha. I like that. Ashley Quigley.
Yeah, Doc
Thank you for the
drinking
13
Red
months.
Bulls already.
All right, let's take out this new AMAX/HDR for a spin. In fact, I wanted to. Dude, no. How do we favorite this one? Stiff
Pretty.
buff.
Yes. Huh.
I gotta shake
Yeah,
off
you
this
should get
escape from
punished for
Dark
going
Knight
for
Rises.
headshots, bro. I don't know if they punish
Gotta
enough.
shake off the. Incredible.
That's why they teach you
anyways,
not to
we
go
got,
for headshots.
We had some good runs. I mean, it was just a smooth. Let's
You
just
know
say
that's
this
why
process to
Trump's
get
still
in
alive, right?
Last night was very smooth. However,
He
once we got in,
fucking idiot, aimed right for his fucking head.
it wasn't
And
smooth.
Trump moved his head. Yep. Stupid ass went for the headshot,
Jose
and Trump
Lubiano.
survived.
Welcome, Joe Ostrowski. Thank you for the 42 months.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure, at least in the old days, you never go for headshots. Plus, in the army, they have helmets on, bro. You want to hit them right in that fucking body armor. Because that's going to put them down. I'm pretty sure you hit them anywhere in the fucking chest. Maybe they have
Kilo and Grau are better than the
not going
AMAX, says
anywhere.
Spider YT. I guess Spider YT has all the inside
You know you can
information
die
and
even if
scoop
that
for the
bullet
past
doesn't
15
cut
minutes
from
that this has
what's it
been
called,
live
internal
in the
bleeding.
Warzone arena. I appreciate it.
Yep.
If the bullet hits you with a large enough impact,
It's like,
they're gonna be like
Hit
internal
markers sound like a
bleeding
disabled
in your
pig.
heart or
Okay.
something.
yep, that's the cleric class in D&D, right? They're literally hitting
What is
people
actually
with blunt
different about
objects.
Verdansk? It looks the same.
All
That's
those
the constant
maces,
grab.
all
I
those
think it's just
blunt.
been improved with like
So
maybe
yeah, obviously
a
they can
slight
hurt you.
graphical
You know what I mean?
increase and performance boost.
If a dude's in armor and you know you
Maybe
can't get
some
through the
small
armor, so
geo
they started
changes,
hitting them with
quality of life
even
changes,
those
right?
lances.
For the
They
better,
didn't.
probably,
That
for the
was
map.
just
I'll be honest.
impact,
One game
impact
in,
damage,
That is,
we didn't
that's
really
what
do
makes
much
it
in
fine for it. When people wearing full plate
right off
armor,
the rip.
and
The
you can't
performance
get
felt
through
good.
it. So you blunt force trauma them inside that
And
fucker.
you would usually they try
the
to hit him in
performance
like
felt
the
good.
knees.
Spam. You turn them into spam.
You
Yep.
try to hit him in the knees and arms. So that way, even if you don't kill them, they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. That's
Because the armor has now crinkled around their knees.
and
so
shit. Yep.
I forgot all these like smaller
I've watched stuff
landmarks.
lately that
You know? Like this is a very
I guess people don't realize how agile knights
memorable
were back
place.
in the day. Like some of that
You know?
armor was a lot more
I
flexible.
completely
Because
forgot
in my
about this
kid, you know,
location.
they made him look like Darth Vader. Like, you know,
else?
Darth Vader in the original trilogy is like,
God,
can
my
barely
game feels
move.
so snappy.
And that's halfway how they thought the knights were. You know,
Game
if you
feels
fall
really
off
good,
your
I'm not gonna
horse,
lie.
you're fucked. But nowadays,
I am
they've
not gonna
taken
lie.
some of
It
that
feels
armor
really
out of the
nice.
museums and like, no, dude, it fucking bends it.
They've rebuilt some of that armor, and it's like you see people just
Buckle
fighting,
in!
mounting horses. Like
No, there is this one guy who can roll around. He can roll around and
Like,
shit in it.
it's when people complain about like the
But
Dark
that's the whole
Souls
point, right? Is
dodge.
try to bring
Yeah.
back the nostalgic feel.
They wouldn't, but they could legitimately do it.
Yeah.
They have enough agility.
No, they act like I remember watching one show and it was about how the English defeated the
Lumber.
French knights and all that, but they were acting
Yep.
like, you know, if the knights fell off their horses, they were dead.
Downtown.
Because they
Which no
couldn't
one
stand
liked.
back up
Isn't
by
it- it's just,
themselves. And I
I
don't
mean,
think
at one
that's
point though,
true.
they had the heart.
Now
Die
maybe
Hard
it's
building
true
down
for
there.
like heavy
that
infantry
place
or
was
something like
just a
that.
different world.
No, but especially if you're a knight and you've been trained to use
Everyone's-
that armor
everyone
for
is
like
Mhm.
a decade.
Yep,
You're strong everywhere.
yep. And yeah, you wear it all day long.
You train with it all day.
Yeah. So you're used to the weight.
And you know
Oh,
how
here
to
they
move.
go.
Win your soul.
I mean, yeah, sure. If you took an average person in full plate armor, they're gonna have a hard time
Moving around.
Would you,
But
did
yeah.
you go? Did you just straight up go
If you train
superstar?
somebody to use that
I
armor.
went hospital since I was right over it.
Nice.
Oh.
The Haymaker is insane.
I just
In
used it
West?
and it didn't fucking do nothing.
It felt incredible for me up close.
Oh, let's see. They're in game.
When I queued in, and I had to leave. Like,
It's insane.
But yeah, I
It
don't
doesn't
like
happen again.
streamers.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Dude, the AK. I'm
Just
using the
online
AK-47
gamers are the
Haymaker
worst,
all
dude.
day.
Even the guys I
He's
watch,
nasty.
like,
Yes.
hell yeah.
you know, anytime they
Someone was
do
saying that
anything, it's
about the
okay.
AK-47. I didn't-
Anytime somebody else does it,
That's,
it's
definitely
fucking
the meta.
I remember we
shitty,
had Doc on AK
pussy.
back in Urkistan. That thing
Like,
was
it's
ass.
almost never
But now
are they
it's the
just
best,
like,
like,
hey,
540
you know, they're
milliseconds.
toxic.
You
They're
already got a
just
build?
all toxic as fuck,
I
dude.
kind of did the same thing as my
And you would
Cypher.
think,
I would
like,
build the same shit as my
some dude
Cypher.
who's
Yeah,
making a
I'm pretty much the
living
same
playing
way.
Call of Duty wouldn't be as toxic. And I don't know if it's the games bringing it out in people. I don't know what it is.
I mean, I know my
It's his brand. It's his
FOV
personality
is-
too.
Yeah. And not even Dog,
No,
but it's
but
the other
damn.
people. Like, and I like them, but you'll hear
that up,
they
Justin.
just get
Magnifying glass.
toxic and shitty, dude. And I have to turn it. I can't listen to that, dude.
That's why if I ever
That's not, it wasn't my culture. I wasn't raised like that. You didn't pick on people. Like, that would get your ass kicked, dude. You would be, like, watching The Outsiders. I think there's a part about, like, you would be picking on someone smaller than you, and all of a sudden someone bigger than you would use that as an excuse to fuck you up. No, it was just a,
God, it's just
that's why if I ever do watch a streamer, there's like maybe 2 or 3 because I know they only play either like single player games or they have like entire events where it's all like focused around like the chat actually
Yeah.
interacts with something in.
you know,
So that's the only.
I could understand getting upset, and I can understand being competitive and all that, but like, yeah, it
Server's
just,
got a little bit choppiness, but the audio so far, I'm liking a
especially
lot. I don't
when
know if you
you're
guys
playing a
noticed the
game
audio
where
is
you know
pretty
you're playing
choppy.
against 52-year-old dads and grandpas,
I'm
dude.
curious to see like when there's a lot of
Do you know what I
fucking shooting,
mean?
there's a lot of fucking shooting and shit. How it
Oh
happens,
yeah,
but
like the airstrikes and all that shit too.
like solos, it just sounds so
Oh, but that's all the way
precise.
from Halo. From before that, it was Unreal Tournament. Before that, it's just gaming, dude. For some really, I don't know. It's just toxic. It's toxic. Oh, out. See, that's a tough one there, dude.
Oh my!
That's a tough one there.
Jesus!
Now you got two guys shooting at each other point blank range, and the game has got to pick a winner. No matter who you pick, the other guy's gonna think something wasn't legit. You know what I mean? What? Baby, don't drop stuff down there. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait. Gotta move the whole couch. I know, baby. I have to move the whole couch. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. Wait till after breakfast. Too much tea? No? No. Good. You gotta wait. Don't drop anything down there. Gotta move that whole
I mean, I can
couch
back out of this game. Not a
Okay.
problem.
I'm ready whenever you
I
guys
know.
are.
I'm saying I can't do it right now. We'll do it after breakfast.
Get me out of
We'll
there.
move that whole
We
couch
might need
out.
to like
okay?
buy 2 loadouts or some
We
shit.
have
Or
to
how,
wait.
what's the play for that?
Gotta move
We're
the
gonna do
couch.
loadouts.
cat.
First off, we got to put together some
Gotta
loadouts
move
here
those
because
cushions.
sounds like you
Okay.
got some inside information.
What?
I literally built my AK the same as my Cypher.
What? Move your cat. Move the cushions.
Okay.
Just like
So
I'll
you
pull the
are going
couch out.
haymaker, huh?
100%. Like you have to be up in someone's face.
No, you're not too
I don't
small
use
to move
auto
that.
tax,
Move your
so I
cat.
think I haven't. Or, do you use auto tax, Brand?
No,
I didn't know
you
the
can
Shoddy
move those
Boys was going to make
cushions.
an entrance today, but I like that.
Baby, if you're not gonna move the cushions, I'm not gonna help
Get
you.
up in their face and it.
I'm not gonna do it for you. If you want Daddy to help,
Have you
no,
taken
I
out
will
the
help
HDR yet?
you. But you won't
I
even
did
move your
not level
cat.
that one up yet.
Get down and
I'm
move
like
your
level 6
cat.
on it.
Get down and at
I'm
least
thinking about
try
throwing
to
it in
move
the
the
back pocket
pillow.
for a game or two.
And then I might help you. But no, I'm not just gonna come over there and move that whole couch for you because you dropped something behind it.
So we can like, I don't know if you guys are uploading shit today, but I would like to throw an upload up, and then I'm down to do whatever. Or what,
Now
what's
pull
y'all's
those
game plan?
cushions
Yeah,
to
no,
the
we
other
should
side
make
of the room,
Yeah, me
please.
too.
Alright. Alright. Well, I'm down. Maybe
There
we
you
just
go.
fucking win
Yep.
the first game.
Just
and
gotta
then
get them out of the
do
way a
whatever.
little bit.
Hold
Good
on,
job.
let me get your AK-74 build.
All right. Well, that's far
I'm a
enough.
primary
Hey, that's
gunfighter.
good enough.
Okay,
Gotta
okay,
move them
okay.
out of the way. Yep. One foot over, one out the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, dude. Like I said, same as a Cypher. Just the Willis 3 times, compensator, game
Oh.
twist barrel.
I see what you're saying. You got the. Hold on, let me change that then. AK. Get rid of this.
I think it kills even faster than the damn Cypher does, which is hard to believe.
Drop, there's nuts on there.
So you got the Willis 3-time, the compensator, the game twist, the vertical
there's
grip,
the lid
extended
to
mag
that
3,
marker.
commando grip, combat stock. and
I'm
re-
using ergonomic.
Drop it down there
Okay.
again.
Well,
You're welcome.
Bro, do you have what do you use on your AR? Ergonomic
I'm using ergonomic, yeah.
and then balance top.
Yeah.
I just throw
and
this
then
marker away.
recoil strings. I
Yeah,
feel
Yeah,
like
are you
it's
guys-
definitely.
Are you guys using compensator or are you
Oh
guys
wait,
using
I was gonna
monolithic?
say there's this game that came out
Ooh.
that tried to
I
like
don't have monolithic yet.
truly be
I'm
as
like-
realistic
I'm
as
like
possible,
Battle
like the
Pass.
World War II, you know,
Mhm.
trench warfare experience.
Oh, yeah.
And then a bunch of people played
I
it.
think I'm gonna still
They're
use
like,
compensator.
That's why
I'm
the
gonna
trench
try it in
shotgun
the
was
firing range
why
it
the
works.
the
I
Nazis
don't
tried to
know
get
if
that
firing
label,
range
but
Unless
they
it
didn't
works
work.
for you. It doesn't work for the controller, that's for sure. Firing range.
Like what doesn't work?
Well, the submachine
It's
gun
always
too,
the same gun,
and
no
that's
matter
World
what
War
kind.
One. The
I
trench
tried it before.
warfare was World War One,
Is
mostly.
Oh yeah.
Is it different for you?
Yeah, mine works.
Like
Like
each
it
gun?
goes in there.
And then World War
yeah,
Two
but
is
then you have
tank
to go in there and
warfare,
change your
basically.
loadout.
They got themselves the tank, got them out of the
Ah,
trenches.
I see. I
The
see.
tanks and the planes got them out of the
Monolithic, I don't
trenches.
think is the move.
That's,
I think,
Blitzkrieg.
Compensator has way more fucking.
Recoil control.
Yeah.
The Germans
Mono-
to
the
keep to
monolith
get
is
out of
like
the
weird,
trenches. The
like-
Germans came up with the moving war.
don't
You
know.
always
I'm
you keep
going back to
moving. Do
combat
not
for sure.
fucking do not get yourself caught up.
Are you Survivor Tracker Birdside?
I think that's
Bird's
what's
eye?
going on in Ukraine right
Same
now.
shit.
Okay.
They're dug in
I mean,
basically, right?
I think so, yeah.
I can do bird's eye
Well,
at
what you go
20%
around
plus.
that
You might just
shit.
get
We're not
annoyed
doing that
and
anymore.
flat out.
No.
I'm using
Hold
Tiger
on.
too, 100%.
You go around your enemy. Try to envelop. You do something, but yeah, you don't just sit there and slug it out with it. Even though I think that might have happened to the Germans in World War II, anyways, with the Russians in
Yeah.
Stalingrad.
I'm not just see everybody.
See, he got stubborn. He
The
should have
tracks are correct.
went around that
No,
motherfucker.
it's
Why do you
not.
give a shit? That's what we did in the Pacific. We island hopped. We're not. No, we just need, a few of these islands. We don't need. Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
Smoke grenade frag, or not smoke grenade frag. Experimental gas impact grenade.
Oh, but in World War One, a lot of stuff came. The flamethrower is from the trench warfare to try to clear out trenches, and the those carbine, little submachine guns. Anything you call a carbine is basically handgun ammo, but in a rifle. And that's the Tommy guns. Those little Tommy guns come from because it needed to be short, and you couldn't have a big old long rifle in that trench, so they were short little carbines with big drums, and that's where you.
Most of those are felonies to own nowadays.
Yeah.
If you take a pistol and you make it fully automatic with a
Yeah.
stock, it's a
Yeah.
that's a
I'm
felony.
going. Hey, champs! I'm bringing his AK-74 right out of the gates. It's
So yeah, a lot of that came out of
the
trench
metal.
warfare,
That was my first
that
weapon
close combat.
and multiplayer for Black Ops 6.
Am I leader? I am leader here. I'm gonna shoot you an invite.
Mako Shogun, thank you for the 10
Nice.
gifted.
Ugh.
Superstore drops all day. Says
I always thought a World War One
15.
game, and I know there's been a couple, but yeah, they never. But they don't do World War II anymore either. That's how Call of Duty started. It was a World War II shooter,
The AK-47.
and either it got famous or one of them got famous first for
S74? No. It's
the D-Day
the
invasion. They had a campaign where you hit the beach and all that.
AK-74, right?
So-
By the way, the Call of Duty World War II player base is still decently large.
Yeah.
It's
So
definitely a
that's how
74.
Call of
Talking
Duty
about
started, and then
AMAX
Call of Duty
C9
Modern Warfare came out. And when Modern
this AMAX
Warfare
out first,
came
man.
out, that shit blew up.
I
So-
played
Which should have been Sony. It should have been SOCOM, but
I don't
Sony
have a
didn't
level
feel
to-
comfortable
I don't have anything level.
producing Special Operations Command propaganda. No, they walked away from it. I just wish they would have walked away from it instead of dragging us through 10 years of, hey, why does SOCOM suck? This doesn't make any sense. Why does SOCOM suck? No, dude, that shit hurts your brain when the world isn't operating like they tell you it works.
That's nice.
Whether you realize what this doesn't make any
Less
sense.
stressful,
Why the
heart
fuck aren't
rates
they?
manageable.
So basically, SOCOM was Call of Duty before Call of Duty, but Sony did not want to propagate American imperialistic military, colonial, whatever. Call of Duty is pretty bad, dude.
No,
It's
I played the
murder porn, dude. It's modern military murder porn, and that's shit. There are no armies. That war in Gaza, that's not a war, dude. Anyways,
I played the MW2 campaign, and there's it's infamous for how many campaigns and missions got it's so much the No Russian mission when they shot at the airport.
You know,
Yeah.
let's
The
actually
one where they
build
were
out over here, too.
breaching the civilian building, and that's because it was so scary accurate to how they actually do it in real
yeah,
life.
real life.
There's that aim.
So yeah, it's just porn. It's just military porn. So,
Kill. Let's take out the sniper. Ugh.
and it would be okay if the shit wasn't happening in real life.
I
It's
think
it's
for this first
okay
scene,
when
let's just
it's
take out
just
the
us
AK-74.
playing war.
Bobby wants to
But
get
when
that
they're
win.
using it to indoctrinate people,
let's
yeah.
get him that video on YouTube. My first win on OG.
It's literally virtual military training, dude. So, but luckily, I don't think any of the gameplay correlates, other than wanting them to be drone pilots. I think that's why the games are fat. Titanfall was halfway. I'm sorry, dude. Anytime they start introducing 360 shit, they're trying to train you to be a drone pilot. That's the only thing that can move like that is a fucking drone. Yep. Well, they want you to get into where About Call of Duty, a little drone could move about as fast as your player character, probably, right?
Faster.
I don't know if they can spin. Doc spins so fast, dude, that's impossible. On the PC, you can turn. That's where some would argue the PC isn't.
Loads of AK rounds into the bushes.
It's fine, but yeah, it's a game thing. Like, you can't turn. Nothing can turn that fast.
Lies.
Yeah, not even your head. You can't turn you can't swivel your,
No,
and that's not even talking about your gun, dude.
Adventure begins.
Like they're you know how fast they whip their guns around in those games. 360 no scope, bro.
To truly even out the field between console and PC, there'd have to be a turn speed limit.
hmm
And PC would
And
have
as
to
soon as you do that, the PC they like that instant turn. They like to click, 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 click.
But they'd have to make it where PC turns at the same rate that console players do.
hmm They don't want that. And that's fine. That's what I mean.
I'm indifferent.
But like that's unrealistic.
No,
That's
it
nothing.
doesn't matter to me. I want to get the
I like
win.
this first one. You want to get the
That one?
win? Let's try this one.
Let's see where they're going.
The neighborhood one.
This is gonna be
Dude,
hot as hell, I bet.
Yeah, this is a good spot.
No goose tokens, boys. Remember that.
Oh my god! Wait, there's a lot of.
But yeah, I just get
Let's land it like. I'm gonna land on this house. I'm landing.
Okay.
when matchmaking works, dude. It's just the games can be really fun.
Jesus.
When you don't, when it's not full of toxic ass, sweaty people. You know what I mean?
We could
But
shoot
that's
flying
the
in, huh?
biggest deal is
Yeah.
I forgot, yeah.
they're all preying. They all want to prey on the same player base, dude, and they don't want to play against each other.
There's guys everywhere, boys.
They want to pwn you. They want to make you cry. So it's a tough
Same.
situation. I get even the casinos like that. Those whales have got to win. You know what I mean?
Kilo right there.
Basically, the casino is feeding all those people who lose a little bit of money
Oh, it's in front of
up
us at
to
the
the
very end.
whales.
There's guys to our right.
Steps in here. Yeah.
You want to
And
fight these
sniper in this
guys?
window. Bunch of
And
sniper
it
in
just
window.
gets no fun. I don't want to play with these dudes. How the fuck?
Yeah, one's on the second floor, one's on the first floor.
These guys I'm watching play Call of Duty 12 hours a day, almost 7 days a week. How the fuck could the game put them in the same game with me, dude?
That's another team pushing us across.
That's-
like where we just
You're
set up.
feeding me to these
I got a rack right there on
motherfuckers,
the-
bro.
Go on.
Guy
And
coming
like
upstairs.
and you're talking about like
Good Hal. W.
some dude who's worked all day at a warehouse
Just where we're at and across.
or working on cars all day, and he's got like an hour and a half to play Call of Duty at night. And you throw him in the server with some fucking professional streamer
Got that guy.
who's gonna talk about how fucking garbage he is.
Oh, I'm right next to you guys.
You're garbage. You're fucking garbage, bro. No, dude, what the fuck? Yeah.
I should get up if you guys look over me. If
Hey.
you someone.
What are you doing?
I go down
What?
There, huh?
What?
Really?
I think we should get back.
He's up top, he's up top, Ralph. He's up there.
Okay.
Got him.
How do you get up there?
Okay.
You did the
Oh,
jump.
Okay.
He landed
Okay.
in from the on his parachute.
You got too many toys up there.
Up top across, Ralph.
Toy.
Wiki,
I cracked him.
I'm going for this coward.
I'm out of place, brother.
Are you telling me Blippi's like rich?
I
Or
got
Blippi
it.
sold out to somebody?
I just didn't have enough ammo.
I thought we looked that up. And yeah, Blippi sold to somebody for millions or something.
I thought Blippi was owned by the Australian government.
Everybody be asking.
No, it was that guy. He was a shop
Bro,
YouTuber.
you get a month for
Remember
free.
the original Blippi?
Oh yeah.
You can get 1 month for free.
And then
So
he
you've got
sold.
nothing
No,
to
I think
lose,
somebody
you got
bought him,
everything
dude.
to
I
gain.
thought Blippi was
Try
always
it.
owned by a company.
And you're
No,
gonna
it
get
was.
From
first month
at least
free.
I heard the
And it
original
all
actor with
stops
his
you
name
and
and
you tell
title
yourself
work.
if it was
Maybe,
not.
so, but no, I'm pretty sure Blippi was a shock jock guy. And then I'm pretty sure he came. I could be wrong. And then he started doing that Blippi stuff. And now he's gone. That's not the same dude that's on there now. Him and Mika are both, but I'm wondering if that's when they sold the channel.
Satchel here.
Beautiful.
I cracked one guy in one of these windows.
I'm supposed to be playing Minecraft and listening to Doc in the background. You guys are all.
Bro,
distracting
I
me.
fucking plays, broski.
Oh, dude, that's bro. I was honestly, I overheated. I literally was just choke slamming everybody. I had to fly in all 4 of those guys. I'm coming down.
There's a couple guys in here still.
In there? Okay.
Where's my?
We could work to that buy station.
I'm not opposed. You want to do that, Doc? I think we can get out. Let's
I'm looking
fucking,
over you guys.
Doc, honestly, let's
Yep.
fucking go get that buy. I'm gonna honestly just get away from these guys and go work that shit.
I got an RPG ground loot. That's gonna be annoying this year
Yeah.
or this season.
All right, I'm gonna buy. How much is a Lodi? Oh, Lodi's 10K.
10K.
Yeah.
Nice try, buddy. I wish. Gone but not forgotten.
Dude, armor plates are $300 a pop. Was that
Or
how much they
Spider-Man,
were?
dude.
Yeah.
Forever. Forever stuck as a adolescent.
Full team up there. I'm gonna pull out a boomstick.
I wonder if that's got something to do with copyright or
Flat knives
something.
right there.
I am trying to get the top of this building.
But yeah, he can't get married. He can't move. He is forever stuck.
Bro, they gotta put
I
more
saw a
armor
video
plates
on
the
that.
map.
No, now they're gonna do junior high.
Junior
I'm
high.
gonna sell.
Yeah, they're gonna go all the way back to junior high,
Armor
dude.
box buys are gonna be huge.
It's bad enough they always go back to high school.
Oh, there's no armor box.
No, every 5-10 years, all of a sudden, oh, Peter's
Yeah.
back in high school again.
Building.
Like,
At least with Miles, it was a totally different character.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gotta make it
Which is
up.
cool. Like, yeah. But no, poor
Oh,
Peter
I got
is
a
forever
boomstick.
stuck in that
We can just
post-adolescent period. He never man. Peter can never become a man, dude. Never. He could never grow up. Peter could never become a man. He's forever stuck as Peter Parker. Yeah,
I
it's
saw a video on
weird.
that. It was like the Trinity of Spider-Man.
Yeah, forever stuck as
Thing was that no matter how many like villains he kills or like, villains he beats, you know, like people he saves, he never truly wins in life because he's always gonna be this broke either high school or college kid.
well, yeah, that's what they're doing to him.
Working
It's
for the
like
Daily
he's
Bugle.
fucking miserable. So Peter's just miserable. It's entire. Okay, great. Charlie Brown. He's Marvel's Charlie Brown.
And either Aunt May's in danger, or MJ's in danger,
Hey,
or
yep.
Gwen Stacy's in danger, or
Yep.
his friends are in danger.
Mm-hmm.
But they're
So
paying
yeah,
for it.
always.
You hear that? It's like a premature
I
see
C4.
Yeah.
shit in their pants.
I down one up there.
I'm going.
Hey, one's in that,
Oh wait, I
one's
gotta
in the
say,
second
I'm
hole
off,
there.
dude.
Hit him up a little bit.
And right now, he just made a jet engine in his backyard with some like crappy welds and some, you know, pieces of steel and pipe and some fuel.
Shit.
It's just a tube, basically, with
Jesus.
you put a fan in front and a fan in back, and you put the gas in the middle.
Just probably. I mean, I know.
And then I don't know how they ignite it because it's not a diesel engine, so they spark it. I think they just blow it up,
We'll just have to get 20K and buy 2 loadouts on
and
it.
that starts, and then it starts suction, and then that's half the deal. Because one fan is in and one fan's out. It
I
just
mean, that's
starts.
why.
Jets are really
Oh.
simple fucking They're not even engines. They
No.
call them jet engines, but they might be engines, but they're not a motor, or they're a motor but not an engine. Like,
That's why jet engines can run on anything flammable because it's just air plus flammable liquid out.
Out.
Thrust.
but I think a thrust is about the only thing they're capable of doing. Like, you can't put a cam or a gear on it. Really, I don't. And I'm sure you could maybe
Maybe with like
because those fans are spinning, so I'm sure you could.
hook something up with that.
But yeah,
It's not a motor. You're right.
yeah. I need a new horse. Yeah.
Okay. That's what. Yeah, he literally just made like. It's basically just a U-shaped tube,
Yeah.
and in the middle of the bottom one is a gas canister that he took off of a propane barbecue grill.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's all it is. And so it's air in,
Yep.
chamber with gas
Out.
and that's
And
it.
you get thrust. The biggest deal, if I understand, about those rockets and what took so long and von Braun and all them are famous for is the gyroscope. You don't hear about the gyroscope very
Stealth
much,
laser guy.
but I think it's as big a deal as the clock. Basically, a machine can figure out where it's at in space, and that's a huge deal. And those rockets still crash. In Europe, they tried to launch a rocket, and it ended up. I don't know why it's so complicated, but yeah, they're really
Have you
complicated.
seen the internal components of those V2 rockets?
Mm-mm.
They're like shockingly simple. I mean, because it's what they had at the
No,
time.
that's what I mean. It was the gyroscope was the only reason, and then you have a guidance system. Then once you have the gyroscope and the rocket knows which way's up and down, basically, it can tell which way's up and down. The problem with the V2s is they didn't really have guidance systems, and I think that's the big new modern deals we have. But even nowadays, they have to point them. You have to have a laser pointer on that fucker so it knows where to go. There's usually a lot, and now I don't know about anymore, but back in the day, that's why we lost in Iraq and all that shit. They showed you all that shit, but like they had to have a person down there pointing something at the target. Yeah, put it in flat, dude. Never mind. Do it however you want. I'm not micromanaging. You don't learn when people micromanage. But yeah, guidance systems are a big deal for those missiles now. So, and I know there's some pretty impressive missiles. That, like even when I was a kid, those Tomahawk missiles, the Sidewinder missiles, all that shit is pretty.
Because I know they've got like self-correcting ones nowadays that can like change trajectory mid-course.
Yeah, that's why they say that fucking manned flight is not true. That's a vanity project, basically. That's a bunch of guys in the military not wanting to admit that they're just murderers now. No, you're not. They're trying to still pretend, that they're warriors and going up against other warriors, and no, you're just a fucking.
They're actually blowing up civilians in the middle of
You're cheaper than the machine right now, dude. As soon as we can make that robot cheaper than you, you're fucking out. You were always a soldier. You were never a knight. No, you were never an officer. You're a peasant.
Boom, get it.
You're a peasant. They enlisted because you're cheaper than the machines, bro. And as soon as the machine, yeah. So.
As far as I know, much of it's like this modern
We get a loadout in 60 seconds.
ICBM.
Honestly, Bob, use
It's
overkill
like,
your first loadout, and then
you know,
just get your gunfighter for the
GPS.
Well, yeah, that's why we don't have an army, but we have all those submarines. You don't need an army when you can just blow up the fucking world. And that's what they decided. Instead of an army and a navy, they wanted fucking aircraft carriers and satellites. And, yeah. But that's how we lost the war in Afghanistan. Like, being able to kill people is not the same as being able to conquer people.
What do you want me to get then?
So, and we've known that forever. So who knows? I don't know what's going on.
That scene in Forrest Gump was really good. When he got to Vietnam, and then they salute the officer, and he's like, "What are you doing? They're gonna shoot me out here."
Mhm.
They would specifically look for.
Well, yeah, that's what you're getting paid for, Joseph.
Next month.
No, they want all the fucking glory, but none of the. That's what you're getting paid for. You put the macaroni in your hat. You put the feather in your hat. You want to be the leader?
I'm down for anything. I'm down for anything.
You're gonna be the. No, dude, you don't.
Look at Stadium.
You don't get all the good without any of the bad. No, they want to be us, dude. They want to be them, but then they want to come into the bar and act like one of the boys, and dude, that's not. So, are you a priest or not? No, it's are you a priest or not?
My class didn't save. Oh shit. Oh, whatever.
So, and that sucks for them. I know it sucked,
Oh, I think they are.
but that's the decision they made.
Yeah, I don't like
So.
that,
Oh, it might be for Soul. I don't know. I don't know. I played solos and that was just a buy right there.
That is gonna be pretty hot. I'm down. I'm indifferent. Whatever you guys want. We can buy UEs there. We can buy self.
So not to be pissy, but yeah, that's the problem with leaders nowadays. They don't want to be leaders.
And we're off.
I'm just gonna send it. You guys down to just send it at these guys?
HD, thank you for the 5 gifted.
And even if you just drive up onto it, you like complete the
Oh shit, I forgot how to.
contract.
You know, back in the old days, Buzz, when they killed your king, it was over.
I'm a little rusty on the 18-wheeler, boys.
Your king didn't hide in a
I haven't even
bunker.
taken it for a spin yet.
I'm flattening these guys.
Oh yeah.
He was out there on the battlefield with
You
you.
see him?
And yeah, when your king got killed, that was over.
I forget how to navigate that, honestly.
And then they didn't kill all of you for like it was the battle was over. Yep.
I accidentally bought an armor plate.
But then the king started fucking fleeing the battlefield was the first thing. They started fucking running, dude.
Are those all Ghost guys?
Instead of staying there and dying on the battlefield, they'd fucking run and they'd leave their troops there. Yep.
Nice shot.
Nice fucking help.
So anyways, that's when all the modern shit starts. You know what I'm saying?
I almost cracked that guy. Cracked the guy
So.
in the middle on that side. And then this guy's in the open.
Why does he look like he's in the?
Yeah, you know Alexander died in battle, right?
I thought the same thing. It looks like he's. I'm seeing shit already.
He caught a poison arrow trying to fucking climb a wall, bro.
This is like a fucking skate park or some shit.
No, how did we go from that? How did we go from Alexander catching a fucking arrow, climbing the wall of a city in India? It wasn't even like, it was just some fucking random. The people who killed him, no one even hardly remember. Like, that was Afghanistan, by the way. You know, that's where he got killed, was up there in the Hindu Kush or where the fuck. So those people, yeah.
That's ironic. It was like, because Caesar was one of the people that, it was like a military award because he was the first to go over the walls in those big, when they, went over. And so if you survived being the first over the wall in Rome, you get like a, military,
Well, yeah.
military medal.
Yeah. The Knights of the Garter. Have you heard of that from England? Well, I guess what happened was a big deal is they couldn't get into a castle or something, and one of the knights did something that helped the king, basically. And that's when the Knights of the Garter first started. And I can't remember what it
How this
was,
thing handles it.
but it was basically one of the first times that like
Okay.
there's somebody who would die for the king. You know what I mean? Like it was a true loyalty thing. Like I forgot what that was. There's some story about it. Maybe it's a river or something about a river crossing or something. And yeah, one of the king's knights fought to the death, or he did something really, and that's when they created Knights of the Garter. And those are basically the king's closest allies. They're supposed to be his most loyal.
They nerfed the horn. What the hell is that?
Those are the guys who stand around you, dude, till the end.
How are y'all's frames looking today?
They won't run off. You know what I mean?
240.
I'm about
I'm
3.
150.
You'd be surprised how many niggers run off. Oh, excuse me, I didn't say that.
Whoa, what happened, Bobby?
You'd be surprised how many
Is it a 4? Is it the 4K?
fucking you turn around,
4K
people are
thing?
gone, dude.
I wasn't going under 300 even with
I mean, don't blame them.
It must be a setting. I mean, shit
But
looks
yeah.
crystal clear.
I must have 2 versions of the game running simultaneously.
All right.
Probably split in half.
You ready to eat, baby?
Just go back and double check your settings.
Come on.
Yeah, wait, so in the original
Let's set the
plan, you
table.
looted while the most
Make some
wanted
room.
down too, or no?
For
I
Douglas
thought it
moms.
would. I was under the impression that it did.
Baby.
Mom's beans
I don't know. I can't
getting put in my
I
pot.
think
for some
kills
reason.
were
They're like, they're clearly totally different.
And I still had 2 minutes left.
They keep
Oh
mixing
shit,
stuff.
I mean,
You can leave that one.
Right here?
Give me over here.
First, I'm keeping an eye on this clock.
Hey, baby.
Oh, it does, it does, it does.
Ah, don't wave at me.
It didn't feel like it.
it's about that.
I think it's
I
because
gotta go to the smoke shop thing.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
And we need to move that van. If you move that van into the other parking spot, we won't have to move it in the morning.
Oh, that guy beat both of us.
You would move it over there so they can both park side by side.
That guy.
Oh, move the gray van
What?
where, where the Tucson's parking now.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
We're
I,
gonna call and get that van.
yeah, I think I got sniped
With all
and
the stuff into the other van.
You guys haven't gotten sniped. Honestly,
definitely-
to say it,
first.
Yeah,
I feel
say
like
grace.
sniping is gonna
Bless
be
us, O Lord,
easier
on
on
these
this
thy
map.
gifts, which
I-
are by
I
receive
am
and
not trying to
through
snipe
Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
It's just hard to shoddy snipe though.
Yeah.
Get your napkin.
Someone's on this roof or close to me. I'm just camping in this corner with a shotgun, but someone's on my side of this building, super close.
I'm
Okay.
I
getting
think
over to
I think he's on my
Bob.
roof. I think he's on my roof.
Is he?
Boom,
I hear metal clanking.
baby.
I got a heartbeat. Nothing on heartbeat unless he's ghosted. Yeah, he is. Got him.
Huge.
Night night tangerine.
See it.
Turned him into orange juice.
Want some more cranberry juice?
At the base
Okay.
monitor.
Oh, dude, I woke up this morning and my
We
cat
might,
was just like
I'm
laying
gonna
on top of
complete this
me,
one. I
asleep.
kind of want to get a self down there and some Uis
I'm
maybe.
down. Yeah. I'm gonna just go
I'm
look at the
just
fucking
I'm
guy.
in my
What are
bag.
the odds that? What are the odds that
Yeah,
someone
really?
actually
Your
goes to
cat
the
was
buy
in your
station?
bed too?
I mean,
I'm down to rip it
Yeah.
and see what happens.
it's
We
probably
could
not
learn.
true.
Silly gray cat.
We can learn moving forward
That
how it
kitty?
works.
Guys,
It's
Baby
here and
kitty?
sniping on the left.
Oh shit!
Mhm.
He's
I don't
not
think I can get that
such a
route.
baby
Rip it,
anymore.
don't go for that. There's guys everywhere here.
Well,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna. I should be able to get it.
Unless
I'm
you can get a
smoking it.
you're over
Yui.
here.
I'm gonna pop a Yui.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop a Yui.
You get a Yui? I don't have any cash.
Yep. There's
Let me
one.
mute.
There's a couple guys.
That-
Well, there's one guy.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Isabel.
Bye.
Oh, man. Bum, bum, bum.
I see.
So yeah, I'm wondering if me recording my gameplay with other people in the background is going to get me in trouble.
I think it's like, I think it's fine as long as you don't make any money from it.
So one is like if you're rebroadcasting for one, but then you're on top of it too. Now I know if you're commenting on it, it's one thing,
Yeah, that falls under fair use.
but if stuff is just in the background of your own stuff, isn't that just like environmental? You know what I mean? It's
I think
like if you're recording your family stuff and there's a movie on the TV, like Star Wars can't try to claim your home video
no.
because it's on the. But no, they'll do crazy shit like that. It'll
Um,
hear the music. That John Williams dude is a motherfucker, bro. Any of his music, that computer picks it up instantly, and it will flag your shit.
No,
It
Disney's
will.
bad about that.
So yeah, because fucking Star Wars is on the TV in the background, they're gonna flag your. I don't think that should be doable. Now it's different when you take his track in your career. You know what I mean? But like if something is just on in the background, that should be like an environmental.
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
Like in a movie, they should be able to have products. Like if you sell your shit on the street, I should be able to make a movie with that shit in there. Without, and I think you can't. I think in movies you can't use, even if they're not paying you, there's like liability. But like you'll notice that nothing in those movies, everything's white. Like there's no brand. The money can't be real money. The different.
Unless it's free. Unless it's a free movie and it's just like, because like student films, they don't have to get like, licensing rights to, using a Sprite, because it's free. They're releasing it for the public. And as long as they're not saying anything like bad about
So
something.
maybe too, like as long as your videos aren't monetized.
Exactly.
They're just videos. They're just recordings, dude. They're
I know
my personal recordings.
a lot of YouTubers.
Like Doc's on this. Like he's just in the background in my life. You want some more?
Yeah.
All right.
I know a lot of YouTubers, what they'll do is they'll
You want me to cut it?
Yeah.
You want the whole thing? Want the whole thing? Come on, buddy. Or you want me to cut it? Want me to cut it?
Yep.
Okay. The bug will give you the phone. You want two? Hold on. How about you try one first?
let your stomach rest a little bit.
Yeah. You eat that one, and then I got another one for you.
Oh, but they'll make videos and not worry about licensing issues.
Yeah.
Because they'll demonetize their own videos and set it so they
Yeah.
companies can't claim that they're using it their product to gain money because
Mhm.
it's they purposely demonetize and then they'll set
So
up a
that's a whole different.
and then they'll set up a Patreon and there won't be anything on it, but it's like if you want to support me
Mm.
and because I put all this stuff into it and I can't monetize it because of the
Yeah.
stuff I put into it.
Well, but it is a gray area because they're not. I know there were people that were basically
before they cracked down on them. They were just rebroadcasting anime. And like they weren't really in the videos at all. They were just had channels that were
That happens on Twitch a lot.
and they cracked down on those. But yeah, they weren't even watch through. They were trying to say they were watch throughs or whatever you call it, watch along or that Mystery Theater. Have you ever heard of that Mystery Theater? And I never liked Mystery Theater. It just it's that dry Yankee sense of humor.
That's the one where they insult it and there's like the shadow and that. Yeah, I've seen a few
That shows
episodes.
them in the. But that was on TV, and they got away with it. It's the one that started all of it. But yeah, I never liked their humor in Mystery Theater, but they did start all that commentary on other media.
It has to be a transformative enough process to where if you watch both, it's a significantly different experience than watching the original.
Or you can't watch one by watching the other.
hmm
Like, you know what I mean?
You can't, even if you do commentary, you can't have the entire movie in your commentary.
Moby Dick inside of your book. Now you could probably quote parts of Moby Dick or something. But you
Mhm.
can't just stick the whole book in there. And then someone that was like the anime channel. So they might say something in the beginning and something at the end, but that whole middle
It'd be
is
like
still the complete, unedited, unaltered.
it'd be like reading a book, and it's like maybe a paragraph, and then it said, "Then I read the book Moby Dick," and it had
And
the
it had
entirety of Moby Dick in it. It was
Moby
like,
Dick.
and that's the day I read Moby Dick, and that was it. That was the
Yeah,
whole book.
yeah. So yeah.
It was funny. There's this Twitch streamer.
Well, now look, now even
Yeah.
like this, this is a great area. Now, this guy, this is his own video, but he's using Sesame Street toys. Now, if he made his own toys, it wouldn't work. That's enough. No, they're watching because it's Paw Patrol toys, dude. They're not watching for you. So now, what is Paw Patrol?
Yeah.
No, I do all these toy videos. How about you're using copyrighted material, and it's the image. They own the image of the Paw Patrol, not just the like. And obviously, they're letting them do it. Like, I guess you know what those Comic Cons, all those artists aren't supposed to be doing that shit.
It's illegal.
That's illegal as fuck, but they turn a blind eye to it. But then that goes down the slippery slope of
Some
well,
companies don't.
once you well, I don't think Nintendo. There are certain ones.
Nintendo and Disney.
Nintendo's famous for it, like yeah.
Especially less so like the Disney adjacent products, like the companies they bought that had those
Yeah.
IPs. But like if
But
you
if you're
use,
drawing Mickey Mouse at a convention,
they're gonna shut it down fast.
no, they have lawyers in every city, dude. In every,
And then I know
I bet you they have a lawyer in Tulsa that if you're selling Disney shit,
it's still raining outside.
if you're selling Disney stuff, you notice there's not Disney stuff at flea markets because Disney has someone on the payroll who travels around.
I think you can sell.
Can you believe that? That's someone's job looking for black market.
You
shit.
can't. It has to be like secondhand. You can't make
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You can't make it then sell it. You'd have to buy it from somebody else then sell it. That's
Yep,
legal.
yep.
But if you make something
Well,
like
even half the time they'll make that to where no, you have to be a licensed dealer. That's shady shit. That's how they did the comic books. That's direct market. Nobody can sell those comic books except an authorized.
bad. You know the song "Somebody That I Used to Know"?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's funny.
What? Oh, you want to save it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll save the rest. You did really good. You ate good.
Because the singer of that band really hates big corporations, and so he never lets big corporations use any of the song that his band made,
What? Yeah.
and he only lets like student filmmakers use it.
Ah.
And so that's why that
No, here, let me do some wet and then dry with your napkin. How's that? Okay, now dry. Thank you. All right, see ya. Love you. I just heard Kanye interview with Kanye yesterday. Well, he's wearing a I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I don't know how serious he is about it. Well, now I know the Ku Klux Klan has black outfits.
Mhm.
I've seen them in little pictures now, but as far as how organized the Klan is and their rituals, like it may be each chapter
I was
has
about to
their
say, from what I heard, it's like chapter to chapter is
just kind of
completely.
make up their own shit. So, or is Kanye trying to say he's black Ku Klux Klan? That's kind of looked like what he was trying to say.
Mhm.
So, but then I even looked it up on the uniform. You know, that uniform's a Catholic. The pointy hat,
It's a capriote from Spain.
I didn't know that. I learned that yesterday. So then I was like, I was trying to look into how did the Klan even come up with this? And then, but
They
anyway,
stole it.
Kanye was talking about how he found out he doesn't own the brand rights to his kid or some shit. Like, wait, what the fuck? And he was blowing up about that. But yeah, somebody else owns the rights to the name and image of his daughter. Like, what the fuck, dude? So yeah, there's something about fucking rich black guys, dude. Those black guys get rich and they can't handle it. Like, yeah, Kanye, it's satanic. What do you want me to tell you, bro? You were right. White people are evil as fuck. No, did you not listen to like King Arthur tale, like the shit we grew up with? Their their own relatives are killing each other, dude. Like, no, the son killed his own mother, dude. Caligula killed his own mom, dude.
Have you not heard of like all of mid-century England?
Yeah, and no, the Italians. Have you not heard of Borgio and the Medici? What's
it called?
Venice? You even say Venice, and people go, "Wait, what? What?"
And that's not
Like,
even the real name of Venice. It's like, it's something else. But yeah, it's
people that sneaky fucking greasy. They still get called greasy
the
because of
amount
that.
of war.
Them Italians are still trying to get away from that greasy shit. Yeah.
The amount of war that happened between like Sicily and Florence, just because they're two big cities in Italy.
And it was ruthless, if I understand correct. Romeo and Juliet, that's halfway where it comes from, is it was fucking ruthless, bro. The Venetians and the Florence and all those people down there were Milan. You throw in like they were, so anyways, but it's something about these black guys who come from normal upbringing get a lot of money.
Have you seen Kanye's childhood house?
Uh-uh.
It's like this one bedroom, one bathroom. Like it's smaller than this. It's smaller than this whole
Well,
floor.
Dave Chappelle came from Eddie Murphy, him and his brother. Michael Jordan came from a normal Chicago. Michael Jordan's brother was better than him. Michael Jordan's older brother was better than him, but he didn't get a growth spurt. Michael got a growth spurt when he was 16 and shot up another like 8 inches. And that gave him but supposedly Michael's older brother was better than him. But his older brother's like 5'9". He didn't get that. And Jordan went from like 5'10" or 6'1". He was like right there. And he got one of those late growth spurts. He got cut from his high school team.
Being too tall?
No, he wasn't tall enough.
Oh.
And then he got that final growth spurt. And it
have you seen clips of Scottie Pippen? Shortest ever NBA player. He was like, right under 6 foot.
Yeah.
And then he was just like weaving through people because he was good enough to where he could still shoot. Obviously, he wasn't like dunking on the field.
Yeah.
But he could still shoot and like dribble in between people's legs
Yeah.
because he was so short. And they're used to playing tall people.
Well, hockey, that's a big part of hockey, if I understand correctly, is how athletic you are versus how strong you are. We're like, yeah, people can't move you out of your position because you'll knock them on their ass. But Wayne Gretzky, the greatest ever, he was more along the athletic. So that kind of happened in hockey too, that whole debate. And yeah, but Gretzky was a more skater. He was more of a skater than a brawler.
More dexterous.
Uh-huh. And yeah, he was the greatest ever. So I guess he put up a scary stat. There's some scary baseball stats that come up.
I was about to say, yeah.
Of guys who were just really fucking good, dude.
That one Japanese pitcher.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, and on both sides.
Yep.
He can hit too. He's got home runs, dude.
It was like he was not only
That's Babe Ruth level.
he was a switch hitter and a switch pitcher, I believe.
No
So he
shit.
could hit both left and right hand and pitch left and right hand.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Because
crazy.
he's one of those people that like, you know, for decades people were trying to imitate his throw because he had one of the weird, you know, like
Yep. Sidearm.
uh-huh.
Alright. Some people got that.
To my chair.
So yeah, the problem
Getting
with
ready for
online
all the
games is
SM.
no one wants
Keep
to
on
be
keeping
sweaty,
on, says Rusty Wrench.
You want to win.
but they want to win. They want to be. No one wants to play against anyone their own skill level. No, and that is a real. That's how we got to Marvel Rivals using AI to do that 50-50 shit, dude.
Say we just go.
Because you know that's what they get you about 50-50. Well, you know that's fake as fuck. So.
There is when I used to play Warzone.
Oh, Halo started that. I noticed that in Halo before Halo ended. It got to where Matt, even though it wasn't AI, he kind of kept you about that 50-50. And that's not true. You should either be getting better or you should suck. But once you realize you suck, you won't play anymore. So,
There's a few times in the Warzone where you match up and the people that my team would be fighting would got equal with their team. And then you'd be in like this long drawn out battle and then someone would win. Like, when I lost, we're like, I'm not even mad. That was a good fight. That was, you know, that was enjoyable.
Yep. And that's what they're trying to get to. But they don't.
Like,
People are addicted to the pwn. They want pwn.
Yeah, hear them all in here.
That's what they're paying for. No, they are, dude. They're not paid to go 1-1. They're paid to go 10-1. And that's what they're fucking paying for. So, yeah.
I feel bad whenever like dominate someone because it's like I know I'm not that good at video games, so that must have been like some 6-year-old kid playing on like his dad's PS4.
Hey, you know the real secret, bub?
One's got a sniper, white suit.
There's no one good at video games. They're lying to
This
you.
guy's right here in the rock. Oh my
There's
god.
a small percentage of people.
Guessing I got head glitch right there, Bob.
No, they're lying to you, dude, to get another quarter out of your pocket. I even, I busted Jappy was talking about God of War.
Heli's flying right over here.
And then somebody had said they were trying to beat God of War on God mode or something. And it was really hard. And they asked Jappy how he did it. And then Jappy was like, don't ask me, I can't beat that shit. He was like, we let our testers do it.
I'm gonna climb the ladder on the backside. What do you guys think?
He said we had a group of testers and, you know, we fucking kept pushing until only a certain percentage of those and that's where we left it. He was like, don't look at me, I can't play that shit.
What's the full team up here?
Yeah.
You made a game you can't beat.
Oh yeah, right here.
Right, one shot.
So yeah, I just disagree. I disagree with Bloodborne. I was looking at the other day, I've got fucking 20 videos of there, me fucking banging my head against that fucking wall of that game. Until it hurt me to the point that I had to walk. It was like a woman. She's a beautiful woman who just keeps being mean to you until it forces you to walk away from her.
Boys, I'm overstimulated.
No, that's what it is, dude, and they're making money off. She's a whore. And they're whoring that video game out, turns you like a stripper on a fucking pole. And you think you're getting played, and you think, and that's not what happens, dude. You wake up fucking broke with a hungover. No, that's just what happened. That's what they're doing with that beautiful video game thing.
That cycle's coming to Nintendo now. The newest ID Software Soulsborne is Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive.
Well, that's fine. I like Soulsborne. That's what. But
okay.
Fuck it.
That's cool.
No, wait, no attachments or?
That's
No
all
attachments.
Simpsons game. Nobody's
No, but
playing
it
that
didn't
shit,
load
dude.
it.
That's all Pokemon.
47 loadout.
Nobody's playing that game,
Okay, so
dude.
maybe we back out to the main
You're
menu
selling
and
cards
just
to a
make sure it
game
saves
nobody's playing.
Yeah, I'm down to. Yeah, I need to make like a class.
I just disagree, Joseph. I disagree with the direct market comic. I disagree what was done to the fucking comic book industry.
Throw a nade for you.
I disagree. I disagree with that gaming shit. I disagree with gaming your fucking audience and destroying fucking everything for short-term results. I disagree, dude. Yeah. So, not to be pissy, but yeah.
Beautiful. And it's both under, guys. And a full team behind us. That's PD.
Hey, good comms.
A good breakfast, Bob. Thank you.
I cracked one of the stairs.
I'm flanking him.
Are you gonna get some clothes on? Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say, get dressed, get some clothes on. It's fucking cat hair in here.
One more, right?
Yeah,
God
there was a
dang
team
it.
PD. There definitely was a team PD.
Was this 3 of them, or was that only 2 of them?
That was 2 of
I
that,
was
and
so
then another
bummed
team
when your
PD,
mom
100%.
picked
Is there
that
come up
fucking
here?
pack, dude.
Oh, that's
I
the
knew.
soul, that's the soul, in the
tower.
tower, in the tower.
I knew when your
Got
mom
him one
picked
shot.
that fucking pack.
Oh,
Oh, I thought that was that solo rat.
That's a
mismatch.
cat. That's a furry. You can't have cats with hair like that, dude. That's why those real cats are the smooth cat. No, they're hairy messes. Yep.
I don't got AIDS.
But I couldn't say anything. That's the cat she wanted, and then it turned out to be a fucking lap cat. Fucker.
Looks like I'd stick him.
Oh, he jumped off, I think. Wait, I just get where did he kill me from? He's on the lower roof. He did jump down.
Yeah.
You and your hairy cat.
I've been kind of lost for the past
Big
5
hairy
minutes. Can't lie
cat.
to you.
There's a punky.
That the loadout not saving
The
threw you off.
fucker. The apple. The apple in back. Let's see. Got a pony. I got a pony. You better do something. Oh, she's a pretty pony. Turns her head left and right. Oh, wow. Look at that. Up and down. I can find. I see you. I see you. I heard your
Kinda
voice.
backed up.
I heard you. Girl.
Wait, I'm gonna try and get my stuff on that roof where I died.
Okay.
Oh, it's actually still here.
I gotta go to the store. I gotta get clothes on.
I'm gonna come back to you.
Ah.
Hey, if you put oil in the van,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
park it on the other because I gotta go to the smoke shop.
Are you inside?
I am.
Okay, I'm trying to get to you ASAP.
They're all inside.
Not core. Hopefully there's some in there. In the back.
Well, there's a bunch
Hopefully
in there,
there's some in
brother.
the back.
yeah.
We gotta
I'm
put
gonna
like
take
a
the birds and
quart
try to
in
dig.
there, maybe.
I got out, Bob. I'm gonna get you
That
back
was
in
not
front,
the
super.
plan.
Uh-oh, what's happening? Uh-oh. Getting frustrated. Doc's getting frustrated.
Studio. Tiz HD. Welcome back. 17 months. Revival.
What's happening?
Revival. Thank you for the 11 months. Adam Fujawa, 13 months. And Snot Boogie, thank you for the 24 months.
Earn redeployment or die trying.
I feel like this is like my first official gulag of the day. Actually, no,
I'm
we
gonna
had
get you
one.
back here, but I'm gonna be in a tough spot after.
Thank you, brother.
Calls.
Oh, whoa,
I don't think I'm
nice
gonna lose
shot.
the gulag today.
Dude, the
Nice
gulag looks
shot,
nice.
bro.
You can actually see.
You can see in here.
Mm-hmm. It's a dangerous combination.
I'm just waiting for Lodi. I mean, there's this Lodi in that most wanted right there. Do you guys want to fucking rip the most wanted after this?
Let's do it. The guys are flying down with me.
I'm sure
As in
there's
the
guys.
gas.
There's guys, yeah, coming on the edge of the zone. Was that the only one, Ralph?
I got one, yeah, just one guy. I'm not sure.
All right. I'm gonna go pick this shit up.
I'm gonna try Cypher up for a game.
Apex crashed out.
Right? Like, why not?
It looked like, I mean, on the test, I tested in like the target range. It looked like it killed a
Recoil.
little bit slower.
Mm.
I didn't even feel like the recoil was
I
different.
it just has no recoil.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like, I might as well just give it a go.
No, because this AK is super bouncy.
Yeah, for the cross map ones.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know. Everyone was just talking about the AK being the fastest TTK.
Yeah.
yesterday, So.
Yeah, only if you hit every bullet.
Yeah. We used to call this place V Towers.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if you can fucking say that anymore.
You can't say a lot of things on the internet now without people crying about it.
Yeah, a bunch of. I mean,
That's
people
true.
complain about everything.
Literally. How do you guys feel about no ghoulie tokens?
It's gonna take some time to get adjusted to it.
Yeah, I love ghoulie tokens, but
I do
I get it.
too.
I get it.
Doc, what do you think?
I don't know, but like, there's no plates anywhere,
Yeah.
and there
Here, Doc,
and,
let me get you.
No
Yeah.
vehicles either.
and no movement. Give us a little bit of movement around the map, huh?
I agree. I don't even think Zips would be that bad on this map. I think Zips would probably help it.
This
Right?
would be pretty fire.
I don't know.
I know Doc's starting without zips. This man literally never left home on Archistan without a zip.
Bro, and then all these buy stations like are not like there's so less buy stations it seems like, and I guess they are really fucking. Are these stagnant? Probably level up their HDR super quick.
Oh shit, thermites are back. We gotta go. We gotta throw thermites back on.
Miss me?
Yeah, I might go through.
Forgot about that.
Well, you ready to get dressed?
Thermites
were incredible.
I mean, shit, we haven't even ran into a
What?
C4 yet either. I'm
What?
curious
What?
about C4s.
Why are you talking smack to me? Huh? Huh? It's on now. It's on like a Diddy Kong.
We just
It's
I
on.
don't hear these guys.
It's on. Kong.
Smoking that
It's
behind
on.
the right.
Hey, where did they go?
Right ahead of us.
I'm
Guys,
not-
I'm trying to go murk these guys.
There, yeah, 100p. I don't
Get 'em
think
out.
any of us have ghoulies though, do we? Yeah, no ghoulies on the board.
There's like a climb up here.
I love this fucking climb ups.
I'm going on.
Oh, airstrike! Holy fuck! Coming up the stairs! Coming up the stairs! I think he's on the roof or below us.
Hey, right here, down below, down below.
Down low. Okay.
Now where's this
Might be on
guy?
the roof.
No, I see his right footprints.
Okay,
Bottom. All the way here. This guy's
I
running
just
for his
can't tell
life.
with all this metal tapping.
Here on the
Yeah,
left.
right here.
Broken.
That guy's low.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
On the
go
buy.
kill this
I
guy.
got the guy on the buy.
Nice. Bob, I threw money down if you want to buy Yui.
Yeah, 100p.
Nice. Doc, have your outside overextension.
You see that one guy in there?
Yeah.
Yep.
What the hell is this guy?
I'm outside. This guy was chilling. Oh man.
I mean, we got a team coming in behind us right here, you guys, on that blue ping.
Okay, do you want to
wanna
push
try and
this?
I think we go kill these guys.
I'm down to kill these guys and then use their money to buy streaks for endgame.
100p. 100p. The UAV is going to run out here in a second, so get ready.
Yeah.
They're rotating right. You're gonna try to hit this hill.
I think it just did.
I'm right on top of you guys.
Yeah, right here.
Beautiful shots.
I down one close on the house.
Nice. I'm gonna loot these guys.
You guys need satchels? There's a satchel here if anyone needs one.
Doc, that's all you. I
Yeah, I
need
can
one,
take
but I'm just gonna loot these guys.
Is it 5 to 8? Dude, satchel, they need to give you 10. That's insane.
Oh, your refrigerator.
Right?
Yeah, it's just like that one. Oh, look.
Yeah, honestly.
That just doesn't feel like enough.
All right, come here. Come on. Uh-huh. Yeah. Come here.
5 is a random plate amount because
Yeah.
like you need 3 plates to get to full health. So
Yeah.
why is the base should be 6 and then the satchel should be like 12 or
9
some
or
shit?
12, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop into the UE, boys.
Yui, and then we could get another. Here you go. Bada bing, bada
Oh
boom.
shit! I did not realize field upgrades are $4,000, dude.
Jesus.
That's on me.
Got a UAV in the back pocket.
You want to pop yours or you may
I'll
pop
pop
mine?
it. I'll pop it.
Okay, I
You
will
like
hold.
yours? Yeah.
right.
I mean, maybe we just get in here, or I mean, what do we think here?
These guys are right ahead of
Right.
us. Maybe we just kill these guys real quick.
Oh, wait, this is a solo. Hey, he's right here. That was
Poor
easy.
bastard.
I don't know if Oh, those guys. They might come over here. Like, they're on the hill though. This is gonna be a funky fight.
Oh, shoot.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I like this.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
Unless I got a
I'm gonna
sniper or
usually go
something.
left.
We
Yeah.
gotta go left. Yeah, we
Let's
got
just go left. Very good. I like this. And I still got my UAV. I might just let me know when you guys want it.
Very good.
This next one.
I wonder if this is like too bare bones of an experience. Yeah,
I was
after-
gonna say that.
You know,
yeah.
overtime.
Yeah,
Especially
kinda,
from what we just went from to this.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's
They
put
should have
your
kept a
arrow.
lot of the shit that they had in Warzone 3 that they did right, and added to Verdansk instead of just dialing everything back.
I'm gonna pop this UE.
I mean, look at the
Not an
zone.
intense
There's no
rate,
cover.
There's
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, this shack is literally it.
Get warm,
Uh,
boys. We got one shack.
I mean, do you want to kill these guys in front? You see these three guys right here? Do you want to try and
Yeah.
take that fight? I mean, this is these back-to-back zones on the edge of the map.
That's one shot. Oh my god, the Cypher's still insane.
Got him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be using Cypher all day.
This guy's in the open. I cracked that guy. This is kind of sketchy, boys. You want to
Yeah.
fight these guys?
No
Or go
idea.
back to
I'm
the
not
Where
going
shack?
back to the shack.
So let's just sit. At
I
the
have
shack.
no idea why they.
It's the one bit of
Can
cover
you
we
even
got.
get in the shack? You can't even get in it.
Yeah.
They reverted the ability to get in the shack.
The trick is you got to pick a key spot.
I
You
remember
don't
at the
have to
beginning
put
of
it back every time.
it's
but
like
you
at the
gotta
beginning
pick a
of some of these
spot where this
games,
is
like you
where
would
I
get the
leave the
same
brush. If I don't put
circles,
the brush up, I leave it on my deck.
like
You got to have
very
like 2 or
consistent.
3
Like
spots.
in original
But no,
Urzic
they
Stain, it
just
was
set
like the
down
center of the
and
map. Or it might have been.
Hold on.
Real wings have bones, and these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. I know what a real wing is. That. Snow.
Normally can't brush your fucking hair, dude. And it's frustrating.
You doing a
because-
long one today?
Oh yeah.
It's not. We're not just missing one brush, dude. No, we're missing multiple brushes.
Kind of look
I
behind
like
us
see
here.
this guy.
These guys are deep in the field. One's got no armor. Oh, I downed one. Bro, yo, put this shit in single fire. Oh my god.
I gotta be able to brush your hair,
For
dude.
range, I'm just gonna start tapping this shit.
Oh shit. Be careful on
Come
your
here,
AR ammo, guys.
Isabel. Put cream on, please.
Actually,
Team
I
right
have
here?
ammo completely.
I have 120 bullets.
Doc, are you using AR?
I'm using the Cypher right now.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
We need to move.
I'm just gonna be using my sub. It's 3v
A duo
3v3v
or
3v3v1 or 3v2v2.
Message your sister for me.
That guy's cracked.
There's two
I'll
snipers.
ask her
I
if she
think
has
there's two
any
snipers right
idea
there.
where a
I
hairbrush
don't even
might
want to
be.
still.
I'm down. I'm just waiting. I don't even have AR ammo.
There's a guy behind that yellow. And he-
Well, let's just chill for a second. They're gonna have to move in.
yeah, the guy behind that.
They're
There's
gonna
a.
lose their.
If you look at the yellow marker, there's just one guy over there.
Okay.
Doc,
And
do you have,
well,
do
these
you have
two
ammo
snipers.
spear?
Fuck, these two snipers on the fucking blue ping.
There you go. All done.
I'm safe.
Is there
Uh,
like an excess AR ammo? Just like an extra 30 so I can help
I have
fight?
42 extra total.
Doc, do you have like do you have enough for one
Oh,
like extra?
oh.
Just I feel like I can't really help in your team fight. Ah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's put them over here.
I can give you some
I got-
back if you want.
All right.
They're gonna have to push up here in a second.
That guy's one shot.
No.
Absolute on the hay barrel.
Where's the solo? Oh, it's a duo and a solo now.
They're right there.
I want to see that duo sniping on the left, both of them.
I just don't want this solo to creep in somewhere.
That guy's broken.
Gas is closing in.
Well, they got pulled.
Those guys kind of pull. We could just smoke out and look over them. I kind of hate. There's no way that guy has more plates. I mean, we broke that guy.
How about
4
we just fucking
times.
smoke and go right to him?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, he's one shot. He's one shot behind that hay bale.
Cracked him. Down
Go
one.
beat.
Here you
Night,
go. I'm
night.
done.
Where's
Hey.
the last guy at?
Daddy's all done.
I think he was here, if I remember. No, I'm not sure.
These guys got a sniper. I'd like to snipe him.
Snipe his face off, Doc.
Get him, dog.
Oh, on top.
I'm going for a quick scope, too.
Quick scope? No scope?
Got your bread?
I'm down.
Bread.
I'm down for one of the two.
Oh, look. Oh, he just peeked up.
Get him out of here.
Let's see it. Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
I don't know.
And the sound engineers are back, aren't they?
What, with the what?
The sound engineers, the volume that's.
Oh, fuck. Huh? Dude, my shit was so loud playing zombies yesterday. I had to turn my fucking volume down.
Oh my God. 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Chuck, where's your first guy? All right.
2
all
for
right.
2.
I will brush your hair as soon as I can. Do I have coffee? Where's my coffee? No, I'm out. I need.
And eyes
I'll just reminder live.
What did I do with my coffee, bro? Am I out? Where'd I put my coffee, bro?
Classes too. If you want to go make them.
Don't know.
I like creating a lot of tone, like design of hooks with particular tones. Anyways, I know what I'm saying. I just don't know how to. But words, I don't like doing words. I don't know. Once you start adding words, then it starts like, okay, now I've got to talk about a story. And then you start to overthink it, you know? Sometimes the words just come with the tones. And then that's when you got a banger. Okay? You know? All right, we got to do something. Sniper, we got our sniper. This is not the AK, but I am going to duplicate. We're putting it down there.
No.
And then we're coming over here. And then we're doing the AK. And then we're going.
No.
So we got the cipher. Rename. Scythe.
All right.
Lowercase. Then we got the AK
coffee and a hairbrush.
We got the sniper.
Coffee and a hairbrush.
Up close, we got the shotty.
Coffee
what we can do is do shotty
and a hairbrush.
Into
I need coffee.
This is what I really wanted to do.
Where did I put my coffee?
This is actually what I really wanted
It's
to
a
do.
mystery.
Snipers. Where's the snipers? There they are. There they are. Like that. That's what we wanted to
Hey,
do.
I got a mystery.
Just in case. We're in a situation where it's close range and there's a lot of snipers in the distance too. And we need that shotty.
Nice.
It's not a bad move.
Yo. Man, that's gonna be like 5-0, bro.
It's not a bad move. Neutered Fox, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Doc is on Mouse and Key right now. No, says DJD in the chat. Yes.
Yes.
Should use original Warzone weapons only. Yeah, that sounds cool, right? In theory, that sounds cool. But when they can't compete against a Cronus, a crunked out Cronus.
Yeah, that cat needs rest. That cat has got to be brushed.
Not interested.
Yeah. Yeah, your cat. Your cat needs brushed.
Positives. The game feels good,
No
performance-wise. No glitching. No like, what the hell?
So fluffy.
Hit reg
Oh, you love him?
is interesting.
You
I-
love
I-
that cat, huh? Yeah,
I kinda
great.
like it so
that's,
far.
That's just great news.
Like it feels clean.
That is good. Good
Feels-
news, bro.
The TTK is
So
noticeably
glad that you love that cat.
faster, which is nice. It's actually nice for mouse and keyboard.
Go. I'm so glad you love that cat. So glad.
I mean, shit, we got 2 wins in a row. First 2 games of the
glad.
day, 2 wins. Come on, man.
I want to smoking this or do anything.
Come on.
I'm
Doc, if we get to 10
vibing
wins in a row, what are you gonna give away?
though.
You guys are already asking for giveaways. If we get to 10 in a row, huh? I'll show you. I'll show you what we're giving away.
Giveaway. Giveaway.
I'll show you.
Nah. Oh, I see you. I see you cooking stuff over there. Oh, excuse me.
We get to 10 wins in a row, champs. We get to 10 wins in a row.
Ooh.
We get to, yeah, right, Doc?
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
I'm telling you right now,
Whoa.
10 wins in a row.
Whoa,
the
man, that's
giveaway.
big.
You won't.
What
What do I got to?
Man, that's a big sandwich.
Huh? What do I got to do? 10 wins in a row. That's the giveaway. Throwing it out there right now.
Is this to put on top of it?
Let's keep the streak going. Let's do what we got to do. Let's look good. Let's
What are you
show
looking
multi-million-dollar
for?
Smile. For a quick second, I thought we were landing in an Urk stand, and I fucking almost had a heart attack.
I don't know.
Oh.
So good. Is this my cookie?
Remember, you can shoot in the air.
Oh shit.
What do you got in the bag? Chips?
We're landing on by 2 dudes.
Whoa.
I'm trying to pluck this dude.
Those were good.
I'm gonna land over
Those
here.
were good.
Yep.
That was delicious.
Very weak.
That was delicious.
I got a ground loot cipher.
I'm moving over to the next building.
Yeah. I'm right behind you. Come on, yeah, baby.
I mean, give me a. You weren't gonna take that, were you?
No. ground loot
Where we
car,
at?
If you want.
I got an ACR.
I don't like
Oh, beautiful.
I don't know. Once you start adding birds, it
I'm gonna
starts like,
peek
okay,
these
now
burgers. I got a cipher. It's got to be the best ground loot I've had so far.
thinking, you know. Sometimes words just come with the tone. And then that's when you got a banger.
Should I grab a scav?
You know?
I might just grab this.
Down.
Is it cool?
We got oh. Beer.
These
I'm
they've
vibing
whatever you guys want to do. I'm being chill.
I don't know. If you guys got stuff.
That's what I'm flying. I got a PA too. I got a PA.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Blast two.
What?
Coffee and a
What?
hairbrush.
I'm working
Coffee
on that.
and a hairbrush.
I'm gonna meet up with you guys. This shit's taking me the other way though.
I want to just knock one in PA on if I can. Yeah.
Coffee and a hairbrush.
I'm kind of far from you now, Ralph.
I'm backing up. I'm backing up.
Okay, we could probably just buy a Lodi. If I mean, dude, the closest Lodi's a fucking train, or we fight those guys.
There is a buy station right here.
One supply box remaining. Move to secure.
What up? Top in the middle.
Coming over to you guys.
Okay. I don't even know where this is. On top of it. It's in like the middle.
Doc's messing with us, bro. Alright. I'm gonna blow up out there.
Let's get it.
Blow up.
Here, you
Guys
want
here, guys
something?
here, guys here.
Oh, shit, I see him. Yeah,
Oh, cracks, yeah.
I got him.
How about we burn him alive, too?
Oh, that
Ah.
fucking death comm is loud as fuck.
How about I PA that mother trucker?
Flash the enemy while he's down.
Nice, thank you, Ralph.
Night night
Here,
yogurt.
drop me your money, Doc.
Okay.
I'll go. I'm gonna buy Lodi and throw it out here.
Throw it up, throw it up.
I mean, there's.
All squad mates are in the safe zone.
I don't want to look at scavs.
Oh, guys are flying off the top. Two more. One right up here.
Hey, you just jumped off?
Cookie. Absolute.
Guys, oh, one hit.
I got
Did you
you.
get that guy?
If you
Yeah, yeah.
sense. You got it? Nice.
You want to tap me?
I flashed him.
Watch. I got you, Bob. I got you.
Oh my God!
Let's go, Doc.
Sit down!
Get it out.
Was he up top?
Oh, they're both below 6 feet.
They're both in the gulag. Get them out.
Damn.
We could just buy another Lodi. You guys want to get secondaries? I'm down. Or are you guys using your shit? What do you guys think?
I don't have really fucking shit on the sniper,
have
so
a-
I'm chilling. If you want,
I have a burger SMG.
Here,
Bro, the
fuck
ground
it.
loot SMGs are fucking terrible. They all have like 30
Yeah.
bullets. Like,
I
what?
mean, dude,
Someone's
there's
good
another
control.
What do you
sniper
want?
right there.
I mean,
Well, I
just-
can't find a
just
hairbrush,
get our
dude. Someone's good
Giga,
control.
Giga guns.
I mean, yo,
Someone
there's guys up top
is
here.
going to pay.
Oh yeah.
I knocked one.
I don't-
Someone
I'm trying to get
Careful,
some
that
yokes
guy.
up there. I'm gonna try to get
is
some yokes.
going to answer.
Bro, I didn't even have thermites unlocked.
Someone
Yeah, you have to like it's an in-game unlock or something to get
must
them.
answer why.
You guys, I might rip this.
I can't find a
You
hairbrush.
guys first. I was gonna get this guy, but I'm gonna.
A
finish
hairbrush.
Precision. Careful.
I'll work this side.
I think it's gonna
Oh,
go over
we
the
got
side.
it.
Okay, girl.
I think it
Oh,
does.
God. Yeah. Be careful. Be careful. Holy shit.
That was
I'm trying to remember how to
interesting.
navigate. It's, I'm gonna just climb up over here.
Hey, you want Paw Patrol out? Okay, I'll
There's
get
a
Paw
ladder on this side.
They're all in the stairwell on
Paw
me.
Patrol.
Pretty far out, maybe like at 40 seconds. Bob.
Yeah, I'm right
I'm
behind.
just holding. I'm literally just holding the stairwell.
Not gonna hurt.
They got
Really tight grip like cracks these
explosives
guys.
everywhere.
Paw Patrol.
We're 30 seconds out.
These gases are fucking me.
Seen?
Oh,
Right
they're
there in that
all in the
doorway?
stairwell.
Right there in
They're
that-
all in the stairwell.
Right there
There's
in
like
that
two
doorway
of
on
them
the
at
left.
least.
Working these cowards.
Yeah, turn it off.
Coming down, Bob. Oh
I got one of
they
them.
have fucking blast
Turning
traps.
off autoplay.
I fold one.
Holy
They
shit.
went down the stairs. I can't tell which direction audio is.
What's your- okay.
I think
Hey,
it's
is that
below
the
you,
car in
Al,
your
if that's
fire
you in the
truck?
stairwell.
Is that the
There's so
little
many
car?
fucking stairs are in
This
this
one?
building.
Oh wait, not
Oh, fucking Stairmaster.
Paw Patrol. Paw
Or under.
Yeah, right here.
Shot.
Still can't find a brush, bro.
Satch for you, so.
Maybe they took it with them. I don't know. This is strange.
You guys don't have enough regrets. I'm
Well,
in the
dude, I
blend of this game, boys.
You're vibing. You're vibing.
Got a 3-year-old girl in the
I'm gonna
house,
scab right in
dude.
front of
Gotta
us.
have a brush.
I'm gonna kill this guy like at the scab right here,
Oh,
Doc.
sniper on your
Right-
left,
right-
bro. Sniper on your left. On the car dealer.
Guy right above
He's
me.
the car dealer. Nice win. Sniper car dealer.
Did some.
It's 4K to res. Yeah. Right here. On the.
Back door.
I'm going for this guy, Doc.
Okay.
Put sandwich shop up on top.
We can snipe that. Yeah. We top fire. is
Yeah,
well,
he's-
top
he's one
one.
shot.
Nice shot.
You're looking going.
Jeez, you can't mantle any of this shit. All right? What the? This guy's on top of the freaking shelf. Oh, he was rich. We could get Bob back.
Okay.
And we got that Lodi there. Can you go back to the buy where the Lodi is?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna
Just so I
poke on
can
these
land
guys.
there?
There is a couple up here, Bob. So just be careful.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Move back, I think further. Can't see him.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
It's right up here. He's one shot. And that HDR is hitting.
I'm gonna whip out the shoddy sniper, dude. Fuck it.
Magic. Basketball.
I feel like there was way more contracts too on the old game.
Yeah, it feels pretty bare bones. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it's got a, I mean, it's kind of a classic battle royale feel. Like, all right, let's get a little serious about winning.
W.
You know?
Yeah. It's. I mean, honestly, if we played Blackout right now, I mean,
yes.
I hate to say
Excuse me.
it would take time to get used to for me at least.
Yeah.
100%. Honestly, even though everything's bare bones, I'm still just enjoying playing a completely new feeling game that I can stand of the last 18 months.
Paw Patrol.
I hope we don't have to play this for another 18 months though.
I think they might have Avalon coming out at some point.
Dude, I didn't know if that shit got scrapped or not.
Right? They just kind of like just stop talking about it. New map, Avalon, and then just 6 months, just nothing.
Troll.
Just forget about it.
Yeah.
Paw
Interesting.
Patrol. Always on the double.
I mean, I'm fucking kind of at a loss here on what to do. Or like which direction to go.
Maybe boom. Just work towards that.
I'm down. Fuck it.
Or bounty. We haven't even ripped the bounty yet, have we?
Another one more
Yo,
cup of
call me crazy,
coffee,
but
a little
OG
smoke
Verdansk had maybe
shot.
40 times the contracts, no?
Bro, yeah, I just said that. I was like, I think there was way more contracts.
Yeah.
Load out. Guy in here?
Good. Later, Dick. Take care, buddy.
Dick.
Was he Richard?
I remember Tony Hawk though as Officer Dick. Oh, there's a whip. Fuck it. You wanna go? You wanna go do some bounty hunts?
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Honestly, I think vehicles and just flying out bounties is the meta.
100%.
We gotta get some
100%.
violence, some speed, some momentum.
And trophies. If you guys see a trophy, we gotta fucking coordinate trophies on
I do have a trophy. I'll
You
throw
want
it on.
Peppa?
Yes,
Once
sir.
we stop.
Well,
at
you
the
gotta
shop,
wait, hold on.
Stop here. I'll get the bounty. Throw that bitch on.
People flying off the top.
I hear you. Hold on. I'm right in the middle of doing something here, kid.
Do you wanna just go straight to the bounty or fight here?
These guys on the mountain.
Let's kill these
You
guys.
did
Let's
it?
kill these guys.
Right
I saw
in the
some
middle of doing something. Hold on. I'm
I'm
coming.
coming.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Cracked one guy flying in. I might zip up top his center building.
There was a guy up there, or just landed.
Okay.
I'm going for this one guy over here.
Yep, I'm with you.
Troll.
Absolutely
Oh, there's
patooties.
stair.
I turn this on in the background, and then I just get bored of
Oh
it.
shit!
So-
There's full team up there.
Yep, and low.
I got one up top.
They just jumped down on me.
Oh, they're using AKs for sure. That's got to be an AK. Yeah, I could already tell. That team's decent.
I killed one of them. Damn, yeah, they're both on that warehouse. Is this two teams?
One for sure, sweaty team.
I got one on the roof.
Wonder
They
if
might be
that's any
street
good. That looks
Maybe.
crazy.
Hostile UAV in the area. Squad mate has been cleared for
Unfucking believable.
Hmm.
Bro, that AK
Is this guy cheating?
shreds.
He like knew exactly where I was.
Is he?
Bro, I'm pretty sure this guy's hacked up. I don't even know.
Blah, 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 blah.
Marvel Comics just announced new details of the new Amazing Spider-Man relaunch from Joe Kelly with, I think it's Pepe the Raz, John Romita Jr. on it. Could be exciting stuff. And then when you hear the details, you're like, that's kind of worse
85%.
than what Zeb Wells was doing. Was that even possible? And it's clear that Marvel Comics never want Peter Parker to
Your
grow
sister
up or
messaged you
grow as
back?
a character. I can almost feel like I was in the meeting. You know, you had
Okay.
CB, you've got Tom Brevoort, you got Nick Lowe, Joe Kelly talking about what do you plan on doing with Amazing Spider-Man with this new relaunch? Tom's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, let's go
That
check
sounds like
this
character
bet, bro.
progression. We're not exactly looking at character progression. What can you do with the character that maybe mines stuff that exists? Can we take him back to high school? And Joe's like, well, you know, high school is pretty much done. You know, we've explored it. We've re-explored it. It's probably empty at this point. It's like, well, can we take him back to college? Now, that's even been mined harder. You know, the college years are kind of over. We already put him back in college as an adult. That didn't really work. I don't know that we can explore the college stuff. And then Brevoort's like, well, maybe we need to go back further before he was even Spider-Man. And Joe's like, so you want me to take him back to middle school? We should go back to what he's like in 7th grade? Oh, yeah. That's fertile fucking playing ground right there. We haven't done anything with Spider-Man before he was actually Spider-Man. Let's go take him back to his pre-teen years. That should be fertile ground to never grow the character whatsoever. And you can probably feel a little frustration in my voice, maybe a little sarcasm here, because I am enjoying Spider-Man Week. The reveal that MJ is now the new Venom, that was great stuff. The Tom Brevoort telling people just don't buy Amazing Spider-Man if we can't do what you want. That was great stuff. The Spider-Man Brand New Day movie title, that was great stuff. And then obviously the
Found a
cherry
hairbrush.
on this shit
Found a
Sunday
hairbrush.
is we're going to go and
do
explore
it.
Spider-Man before he was Spider-Man. And this was, in fact, covered by Bounding Into Comics this week. Want to give them a shout out. In
Oh, that's
continuing to
great.
double down on the publisher's at this stage unhealthy obsession.
All right, come here,
with
baby.
the
Let me
idea
brush
that
your
the
hair.
wall crawler never, ever be allowed to
No,
grow up.
wait.
Marvel
Stop
Comics
doing
writer
that.
Joe Kelly has confirmed that rather than looking to the
Poor
future and allowing
Peter.
Peter to undergo any significant character development, his upcoming Amazing
Peter as a
Spider-Man
young
will instead
person. Yeah.
focus on exploring Peter Parker's early teenage years. Good to know that I'm not the only one. Just a little bit frustrated with the fact that Marvel Comics
Parker
can do
forever
nothing
stuck in adolescence.
interesting with Peter Parker, Amazing Spider-Man. We can only regress the character. We have to keep him in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
constant state of arrested development because they never want him to grow up. It's this weird obsession that Peter Parker remain forever young. He must always be 12 or 13, 14 years old. He could never actually be a grown man, even though technically, I believe by Marvel's sliding timeline, he's like 28, 29, perhaps even 30 years old at this point. But no, let's go talk about when he was 12 and he wasn't even Spider-Man. They're not just resetting Peter, they're de-aging him even further for these storylines. At this point, Marvel isn't even telling Spider-Man stories. They're telling Peter Parker baby flashback stories. That is the future of Amazing Spider-Man. And with that, I think there is no future for Amazing Spider-Man. It's getting me at my wits' ends. Now, where does this all come from? This actually comes from a Joe Kelly interview with Adventures in Poor Taste, in which they stated, one of the most intriguing aspects of Kelly's run is his focus on Peter Parker's past, specifically his pre-high school years. While Spider-Man's origin story has been told countless times, Kelly is fascinated by an earlier, largely unexplored period of Peter's
come here.
life,
Let me brush your
stating,
hair.
"I'm
See,
sort
you
of
put me off.
fascinated with Peter as a young person,
Come on.
like pre-high school," Kelly said, because we
What'd you
haven't
say,
really
hungry?
spent any time with him at that period.
We just
and
had
I feel like
breakfast.
we got a lot of our hard wiring at that age. You hit that age when you're like
Hey,
13, 14.
don't yell
and you
at
start
me.
processing things differently, concluding
Get you in
he
trouble.
lost his parents when he was younger. But what does that really mean?
No,
for
ready,
adolescence?
set, go.
I feel like we've
Come
actually
here.
explored that
Hey,
as well. You know, the loss
come
of his
here.
parents, the fact
Let's
that they
get this
respond is
done.
adding layers, I guess,
Beautiful
to the
girl.
story. and what all that
So
stuff
pretty.
may have
Wait,
been.
look at me
Was
first.
it fully mined like his origin
So
story? No.
beautiful.
Is it fully mined and destroyed
So
like his
pretty.
college year stories? No.
Well,
Thank
I'm
you very
sorry.
much,
We
Cinepast,
gotta
which
do
has
it.
been retconned, but
So
still, fuck you
beautiful.
very much for that story.
Look
And of
at
course, this is all
look,
in direct
look
contrast to
at
what
his
Marvel Comics
lapel.
Spider-Man
So
fans have been asking
beautiful.
for, clamoring for,
So
begging for at
pretty.
this point.
So nice. Everybody likes her. Everybody loves her. Everybody wants to. Hold on, I gotta skip a commercial. Everybody loves her
Let Peter
because she's
Parker
so
grow
nice.
up.
And she's
How are
so
we
fun
going to
to
let him
play
grow up?
with.
Let's talk about him
And she
when he
comes
was
up
12
with.
or 13 years old. Marvel doesn't
You
care
don't
what
want
fans
what?
want. They've decided that Spider-Man is forever a kid
You
who
just
never
want mom?
learns, never
That's
grows,
it? Just
never
you and
wins,
mom
never does
on a
anything,
desert
but
island
remain
together?
at the same
You playing and
gestation
playing?
period in his life.
What
He
about
never gets to
friends?
be
You
big.
can have some
Oh, you
friends.
want to marry him? We'll remove
Mm,
that. You want to make him a billionaire? We'll remove that.
You,
You
oh,
want to
and
do this
Sid,
with him?
because you
We'll
have
remove that,
Sydney?
and always return him to this
So
state.
just mom and
And it
baby
does
and
get
Isabel and
essentially
Sydney.
frustrating, and I don't know
That's
that this
it.
is really the story that Joe
What
Kelly
about
wants to write.
Samantha?
But at this point, it's his relaunch. He's the writer on it. Yes,
What?
he does work for
No, you
Deplo.
want
Yes, he does
Samantha,
work for
dude.
Tom Brevoort, CB
Then what
Cebulski,
about
and Marvel
Bob? No.
Comics. But his
Yeah,
name
go
is all
ahead.
attached
Go.
to it. And after reading the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man, I just
I'll hook up
didn't
the
have a
other
lot
one
of
too.
hope
Yeah.
going into it. But now, after reading
Okay.
this,
Hey, look at
I
the
have
other one for
almost
me, Bob.
zero
Thank you.
hope that he's going to do anything interesting because they're not even retelling
Yeah,
his origin at
Bubs.
this point.
You gotta
They're
have Bubba
focusing on
there
Peter
with
when he
you.
was a moody early teenager
She's saying she
preteen
just wants
before
her
he
and
even
mommy.
got bitten by a spider.
And
They're
that's
not
it.
stuck in the past at this point. They're
And
digging
Sydney.
deeper into part of Spider-Man's life
Sydney makes the
no
cut,
one
I guess.
asked for instead of actually moving the
No
story forward.
Samantha?
And this is
No
the
Bubba?
tale of Amazing Spider-Man and Peter
No
Parker
Daddy?
because this is the great
Huh?
frustration of fans
Daddy
because
sad.
he's just stuck in this rut that's been going on for years.
Baby took
And it
my
really
wife.
does all go back to Tom
Baby
Brevoort.
trying
There
to
was actually a Tom
trying
Brevoort Spider-Man
to
manifesto
run
that
off
came
with
out,
my wife, huh?
after One More Day, where he's the
Hmm?
Spider-Man group editor. And it was all the stuff that he wanted to do with Spider-Man. Now, keep
Oh,
in
yeah.
mind, Tom Brevoort is not the Spider-Man group editor.
All right,
He
let's
hasn't
put
been for a
this in a
very long
ponytail.
time. As far as I understand, he's not really even directly associated with it. Obviously, he still has some say in it because you'll notice all this has to do with what he has to say with Spider-Man. This is what he had to say back in 2006.
Hmm.
What made Amazing Spider-Man the flagship, the Marvel line, was the soap opera aspects of Peter's life, the fact that he was a young character, a character that could screw up, a character that life seemed to occasionally dump on in humorous ways, and yet he would keep on striving to do right by everybody. I agree with that, Tom Brevoort. That was the beginning state of the character, and that is one of the reasons that he is a flagship title.
Uh-huh.
But he continued, Spider-Man doesn't grow up. He doesn't get a 9-to-5 job and couldn't hold it if he did get one. The idea that JMS set up with him teaching in his old school had its merits,
All right,
but
there you
they
go.
never
Thank
really
you.
got fleshed out and explored enough and making him
Okay,
clear in
wait 1
future.
minute.
Basically stating back then that Peter Parker is never allowed to grow up.
Okay,
He
you
can
gotta
try to
wait
be
a
a teacher,
minute.
but he can't hold the job. He can be a billionaire, but he will lose everything. He can be a photographer for the Daily Bugle, but he will eventually screw it up and lose his job because
Yeah.
he is not a functioning adult and he will never be allowed to be a functioning adult and actually grow
Yep.
beyond this weird farcical caricature of
Yep.
himself now. The Peter Parker that we get in comic books
Charlie
today
Brown.
is less
Peter
mature,
Parker,
less
Charlie Brown.
responsible than the one from Stan Lee and Steve fucking Ditko 60 goddamn years ago. Because the character has been regressed over and over and over again. And for some reason, Marvel continues to proudly die on this stupid hill of Spider-Man must equal youth, ignoring the publication history where he wasn't actually it's in high school or college most of the time. I think that's only like less than 20% was he actually in high school and in college. Most of the time, he's actually been an adult. And when you fail as an adult over and over again and you never learn from your mistakes, that makes you a complete loser. At this point, what Marvel are doing is not nostalgia, it's creative cowardice. They keep rebooting Peter instead of growing him up because they're scared to actually tell real stories. They're scared for Peter Parker to become an actual man. I don't know why they're scared of this, but they continuously reboot the character. You get 70, 80 issues on a run, and it's all deemed
Because they want
meaningless
him
by the
weak,
time the
dude.
next reboot happens. And that has been the cycle of Peter Parker.
They want him weak and whatever you call it. That's how they want you, dude. That's how they want you.
For years now, certainly since the end of the Dan
Yeah.
Slott run. And even in that case, he consistently rebooted the character back to a beginning state. This new direction is another kind of corporate misfire that the audience is sick of. This is why people are leaving Marvel Comics. They don't, in fact, hate Spider-Man. They hate being treated like idiots. They hate buying into something that they know will go nowhere. And at this point,
Hello.
we're not even going nowhere. We're going free Spider-Man history to flesh out the character because they are so damn scared to actually do anything with the character. And maybe, just maybe, listen to the damn audience for once. Just maybe the audience knows what's right for Spider-Man. Maybe they have a good
100%.
idea of some of the places that Peter Parker should be going and some of the milestones he might have hit in his life by now, considering we're all grown adults at this point. And this sounds worse to me than what Zeb Wells did. And Zeb Wells, what he did was awful and it's forgettable. And in the annals of Spider-Man history will be wiped out. People will only talk about it as like, remember that really stupid fucking run where everyone hated Peter Parker and he saved MJ and everyone hated him for that. And then she left him for it. Then she left him for another man. And
Yeah.
they had fake kids and the kids
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
And Peter Parker was just like sleeping around on his girlfriend and being a complete loser the entire time, couldn't keep his job and kept on letting down even his own Aunt May. And even she had to drop him from her life. That's how people feel about Zeb Wells already. And I believe this is the direction that they're going with the Joe Cully run. And I only can believe him at his word saying this is going to be a point of focus and what we want to do with Spider-Man, that this will easily be dropped very, very quickly. And I do think Spider-Man fans have had enough. They are at their breaking point. Enough people have already walked away, and you
Yeah.
are eventually going to start driving out even the collectors, the people with the continuous runs and all that stuff, because you can only support absolute garbage for so long. Everyone has a tipping point, and I believe a lot of Spider-Man fans that have been through the best of times and certainly a lot of the worst of times as of late are ready to walk away, and they're giving them another reason. This has been a very, very terrible week in Spider-Man. We're going to be talking about it, obviously, on the Aficionados. If you appreciate this kind of coverage of Spider-Man, honest critiques about what's going on from a fan perspective, because we do not get that enough. We largely get the shill perspective from media these days, all the sycophants of people that want to be, in bed with Marvel Comics. I have nothing to do with that. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be with you guys. I want to be with the fans. If you'd like to support our mission here on Think Critical YouTube, the best place to do that is in the Patreon, link in the video description. There's a button right here.
That was
us
a pretty
keep the
good one.
lights on, the videos flowing, with an honest perspective on comic books that a lot of fans know is 100% right. Marvel.
Machine learning is it?
Been covering some changes that have been taking place at Amazon Studios as they try to streamline their structure by eliminating their former studio head. Meanwhile, other studios are just imploding before our very eyes in real time. It's crazy to witness this. In regards to Warner Brothers, I came out with a video that Warner Brothers is having such a hard time lately, and the rumors were that if Superman doesn't perform to expectation, that they would run the risk of going the way of 20th Century Fox and being consumed by another entity, being bought out. It's crazy to think about when it comes to a studio like Warner Brothers, who's been around for over 100 years. But now with this new exclusive interview by Variety going into all of the chaos behind the scenes of this studio, I don't think Superman can save it. It was kind of a long shot anyways in regards to the IP itself, because there's just been this long string of low quality DC films and the audience expectation just isn't where it should be in regards to placing that much faith in it. If it can save them from all of their numerous flops. How this will affect Dune is something that I'm really looking at this news from that perspective, because I think Legendary should jump ship with Warner Brothers. They need to break up with Warner Brothers now. It's pretty crazy how they're just imploding. It's just sheer pandemonium behind the scenes of the studio. I think Legendary needs to move on. Legendary already puts up most of the money for production for the Dune films, for Dune Prophecy as well. Legendary has the film and TV rights, so they have all that's necessary. But Warner Brothers did put up a small portion of the production budget. I think it was 80-20. And of course, Warner Brothers handles all the distribution side of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just been a bad deal, honestly, in how it's worked out, because part of the problem with Warner Brothers of why it's having the issues that it does is because of its distribution strategy and how they've kind of diminished their returns and IPs themselves with their focus on HBO Max. I think it's been way too much trying to get that established. They're either sending films to streaming way too soon to prioritize subscriptions to Max. That's just what audiences come to expect now, that if they're not sure if they're going to like something, they'll just wait till it comes to streaming. And a lot of times, when something gets released online, a premium format, it's going to be pirated. I don't even know if they really think about that kind of stuff. I think it's a situation that's entirely of their own making as far as their mismanagement. And I think for the sake of the Dune franchise, Legendary needs to pull out of this relationship. They need to move on, because I think it's actually a very real possibility that Warner Brothers will be bought out. We'll see how Dune Messiah works out, because they've already contracted out, they've already negotiated and put everything in place. But after that, I think Legendary should pursue other studios, Universal or something of the like. If a studio like Universal doesn't buy them up already by that point. In the meantime, Legendary, they're tied to Warner Brothers right now. They've already made their deals. Let's just see how much of a sinking ship this is, because this is pretty crazy. So this is an article from Variety. It's an exclusive. Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi under fire at Warner Brothers amid box office flops. We didn't want to fail David Zaslav. Under DeLuca and Abdi's watch, Warner Brothers had 2023's monster hit Barbie, which was technically greenlit under the regime of their predecessor Toby Emmerich. But the studio has been hurting as its film slate for 2024 crashed and burned. So far in 2025, a pair of movies about doppelgangers, which rely heavily on special effects, Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson and The Alto Knights with Robert De Niro, will set the studio back at least $110 million in losses. Until this month, DeLuca and Abdi hadn't seemed as concerned with the balance sheet at Warner Brothers. Over their long career, the pair have branded themselves as filmmaker champions who love to take big swings. But with morale on the lot dangerously low, industry-wide chatter and numerous reports suggest that DeLuca and Abdi's days running Warner Brothers could be numbered. Sources say the pair have lost the confidence of Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, whose impatient management style is focused on the bottom line. Yes, someone's got to think about the money, and though I don't agree with David Zaslav's decisions, it's all just commercialism. That's what he's focused on, so sometimes there is some casualties that you wish weren't there, but you can't fault him for wanting to make this a profitable venture. As the rumor mill has gone into overdrive, the town has whispered that Peter Safran, the co-chairman of Warner Brothers DC Films with James Gunn, could possibly inherit control of all of Warner Brothers if things continue to go south. That's looking like a real possibility, and we'll see if it even bears out anything positive, if they can turn things around, if a change could do anything significant and dig themselves out of this hole entirely of their own making. And maybe Superman might be what does it. If there is at least a glimmer of hope in Superman, they'll just go ahead and make the change then with Peter Safran. Clearly that will be their approach moving forward, is just to make sure that those big budget blockbusters that will bring in the most revenue, if those are done well, maybe then you can take those big swings for original films and indie films or art house films. But the popcorn films, the ones that are going to get the most people into theaters, that might be their focus moving forward. While the studio counted a win last year with Beetlejuice, DeLuca and Abdi have had to weather bad press swirling around Furiosa and Juror Number 2, Clint Eastwood's latest drama, which went to streaming following a token release in theaters. The drama was, why aren't you giving this film a wide release? I guess they conceded in that it was a limited release, but the priority was just to send it to streaming. You prioritizing streaming so heavily is part of the problem here. And even then, if you know a movie is going to come out to streaming streaming soon, of course it incentivizes people to just watch it at home. Why would they then want to go see it in theaters if they know it's coming to streaming in the next 2 weeks or so? But continuing on, none of those titles, however, bombed as severely as Todd Phillips' Joker Folie à Deux, a film they greenlit to blatant audience rejection and critical revolt. People at the time were questioning why they even greenlit a sequel. But also, when you find out the Joker sequel had such a severe jump in its cost in comparison to the first film, which was very small budget, didn't end up making like $1 billion. It was hugely profitable because they kept their budget really low and they just didn't have confidence enough in it. And it ended up being enormously successful because their budget was so low and because so many people went to go see it. But that doesn't mean that it's ripe for a sequel. And a lot of people just didn't like that idea. Phillips just went in a very experimental, strange direction with it. Just bringing this back to Dune, Denis Villeneuve is a seasoned filmmaker. And from childhood, he was a fan of Dune, and that was his dream. But he had that experience, that filmmaking experience first, and the sci-fi filmmaking experience specifically to great success first. Dune Part 1 was $165 million just to produce the film, and Dune Part 2 came out to $190 million, and both of those films did suffer delays, which I'm sure affected their production, those expenses, and in marketing as well. So keeping their budget as tight as they could and getting a qualified team behind you to make this film really spoke to their experience, their dedication, and their knowledge and passion. What is your motivation behind it? Do you have a good story to tell that audiences are going to respond to, especially if you're entering into the dangerous waters of a sequel? You have something good, there you go. Not everything needs to have a sequel installment. So a very questionable decision right there to greenlight Joker 2 and take such a wild experimental approach with it, and just to massive audience rejection, as Variety puts it. Who okayed that? And if it was DeLuca and Abdy, then that decision alone should have put their jobs in jeopardy. The mounting pressure has been corrosive for DeLuca and Abdy and their team, sources say, creating what one Warner Brothers insider described as a swirling fiasco of tension within the motion picture group. Some high-level individuals with knowledge of DeLuca and Abdy said their decades-long relationship has been tested as they advocate for projects and manage the expectations of Zaslav. Things came to a head inside the operation last week in the run-up to a slew of release date changes, 4 sources with knowledge of the matter told Variety. Notably, Paul Thomas Anderson's $130 million plus crime thriller starring Leonardo DiCaprio, and the film is called One Battle After Another, that was pushed from the summer blockbuster season to September, where it can be positioned for awards. Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride, a punk rock art house project based on The Bride of Frankenstein, which cost $80 million, was moved from September to spring of 2026. I guess they've just resigned that probably Paul Thomas Anderson's movie is not going to do well financially, but they want to position it in a place that at least might get awards recognition, as we already know that the voting Academy members have memories of Goldfish, so they only pay attention to those films over there at the end of the year. But it's weird just on paper that you wouldn't want to keep the Bride of Frankenstein movie in a fall release date. That seems strange to move it to spring. In the days prior to the date changes, DeLuca and Abdy had taken to having shouting matches in the office they share on the lot, 2 sources said. Another studio insider said the executives were openly bickering with their marketing team on group emails. Both denied open hostility with their teams, via email or otherwise. Abdy said she and DeLuca present as is. We're from Jersey and Brooklyn, spirited and passionate leaders. There haven't been aggressive conversations or emails. It's all about what's going to be best for the movie. They're trying to say that everything's fine and sunshine and roses, but the sources watching all of this unfold tell a different story.
Like
but you can definitely see why there would be added tension and drama and anxiety. I'm sure tensions were high and emotions were high, especially in the midst of all of these high-profile, huge flops, a long string of them. They weren't even in the best position to begin with when they came on board, but they definitely haven't had a good string under their tenure. The pair acknowledged some well-documented recent failures and stood strong behind their next crop of movies. Early tracking for Jack Black's Minecraft movie suggests it could resonate, but it's no Super Mario Brothers movie. If they're having to rely on Minecraft, they're in trouble. And I think
Who
that the
cast
recent
Jack
Snow White
Black in
movie
that,
and
though?
its foibles and its troubles in the box office also adds to the fact that your movie is not safe just because it's a famous IP. But if you're hoping on Minecraft to bail you out, you're in a very sorry position. Abdi, however, was vexed by a recent report saying she and DeLuca were irresponsible for giving Gyllenhaal a huge budget for her second go as director, following the $5 million Netflix title, The Lost Daughter. This idea that Maggie doesn't deserve to have a big budget, she asks, it's not cool. Do you know how many men make lower budgeted movies and then go on to have huge budgets? First of all, yeah, I don't like her reasoning here, and it's probably why they're in the position that they're in. I think it's entirely reasonable for someone to question the fiscal responsibility when the only thing that Maggie Gyllenhaal has done prior to this is a $5 million Netflix film, and next you're going to give her $80 million to produce very much a niche project, a punk rock art house Bride of Frankenstein film. This has nothing to do with you being a woman, because even Bong Joon-ho, who has produced much more than Maggie Gyllenhaal has, very respected as an indie filmmaker, produced like 12 films with very small budgets. So Parasite was his last film, which I think cost $11 million. And his next film after that, $118 million. And it bombed. And that is why you're in the position that you're in. And you know what's not cool? Is nuking a studio, destroying a studio because you keep making bad decisions. You keep producing flop after flop after flop. I'm fine with giving Maggie Gyllenhaal a chance, but maybe have some more experience under your belt before you give her $80 million on a film that is very experimental and that most likely will not get your money back. It's going to have to make blockbuster size box office
You
numbers.
got to make your
and I
money
just don't
back,
think it's
dude.
going to.
You got to make your money back, or the show can't go on, dude.
We live
Hmm.
life on
You are in a bad position, and studios like Legendary, who have deals with these studios, distribution deals, need to bail now. Legendary needs to break up with Warner Brothers. There's so many poor decisions here. This has just been insane to witness in real time how such a storied, historic studio has gotten to this point. There's a corporatism element to this as well. There needs to be that cohesion between the art and the commercial aspect of it. Both indie films and blockbusters, of course, need to be well written, but they both need to have sensible budgets. Indie movies just are not going to receive the same box office reception that maybe they even used to, because the landscape has changed and you can't rely on blockbusters to bail you out. So on all fronts, things need to change. And if Warner Brothers can't make these changes, Legendary needs to break up with them. Maybe they'll be bought by something else by the time Children of Dune or another Dune production rolls around. But I'm curious to know what you think about the drama behind the scenes at Warner Brothers and what's led the company to be on the brink of collapse. Do you agree that it would be best for Legendary to find a new distribution and production partner for Dune and its other projects? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be
See which one's good. Hopefully it saved our classes.
Oh, no check marks. Looks like he's into it. Fucking perks. The
Probably
meta,
should have
dude.
jumped out of there like a maniac, but you know, I killed the teammate. The guy's fucking laying down behind a truck. What am I supposed to do? Fucking move!
Dude, you played it perfect. I swear to God, I shot the guy in the gulag like 10 times, and he shot me 2 times, and I died. I was. You know, the gulag with no plates is kind of insane. when they give you an SMG or something, it's like a 3-shot time to kill.
Scott Wargo, Chance Icard, Little Jizzle, welcome to the Champions Club. Matt Lackey, thank you for the 314. I've been through revolving arena doors hundreds of times, and it never gets old. Here's to hundreds more supporting the best in the industry. Appreciate that. The Graul. Dude, the Graul, we already picked it up. That thing is, it ain't it at range. Unless the one that I picked up is just, I think we're programmed mentally to like for Warzone now and Call of Duty to be like go 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 go, everything's go go go. And the moment we slow down, the game feels really slow, and that's not what we want. It's like programmed in your mind, huh? 'Cause you got to remember, like this is kind of old Warzone to a certain degree. Obviously, like what Bobby and Riley were saying, I think contracts there's not as many. I don't like the randomization of buy zones. I hate it. You can't play off strategies. I mean, you can, but there's just something about knowing that it's going to be there, so you don't really have. You can have it in the back of your mind as a passive, like, hey, I need to go buy back Bobby or Rally. I'm in the middle of this fight, and I know where the buy zone is. I can start to rotate without even bringing up my map and looking. You know. It does feel like this. I wouldn't say it would get stale pretty quickly. I just hope they have some sort of like kind of time frame. I know they were mentioning rotation of maps. That would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty sweet to have rotation of maps. Check. Imagine that. Like they re-released like Caldera. They re-released that one. Of course, the fiction's completely different, right? But like at that point, it's like, what do you? Fuck it, man. Let's go back in time.
All right, boys. Sorry, I'm back. Fucking
Superstar?
Todd sent me a fucking pizza, bro, and there's fucking grease all over my desk.
Todd?
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, super.
You got a pizza from Activision?
Bro, there's fucking grease all over my desk and my keyboard. I'm even useless this game, dude. I'm fucking shocked.
Guys are sabotaging you. Trying to get you slumped.
Oh.
What the hell? I got stuck by a thermite, dude. I think I'm dead. Wait, oh, you got me? What the hell, dude? Oh, shit.
You feeding that caterpillar mullet creatine or something trying to come up like you, says Fragniak with a 5. Every day, creatine, that's for sure.
Oh, one more.
That's on me for not going back door.
No, not at all. I got stuck by a thermite.
I'm all over the place.
Like when I want to slide out, fucking slide out! Slide! Why are we sliding? When I want to slide out, I want to slide. Fucking slide! Dude just crouches. He just sits there and fucking crouches.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The ground loot is absolute ass.
I'm gonna have to agree with that one too, Rally. I'm tired of these fucking green LMGs.
Dude,
Here's a 32
SMGs with
bullet.
it 4 times.
Yeah.
32 bullet SMG with a 3x scope on it. Like, oh wow, thanks.
Yeah, that is.
What the hell is this scope I got on the Cypher?
You think they do that on purpose, and then maybe in like a couple days they release like the actual,
100%.
so like every, you know, it just kind of creates.
April Fools.
100%. They're doing that. Oh, jeez, look at this. 100%. They're doing that so like the casuals have more like of a win chance like early on, just because it's more random.
Yeah.
We got some feedback from you guys. Turns out you guys don't want 3x scopes on the no attachment PPs.
Look at this
One
thing.
attachment
What
and give
the
me a
hell?
fucking
Why do
3
they?
times.
Why do they all have such terrible optics? I don't think I've ever used any of these.
I'll be back. I'm gonna use the
Gotcha.
restroom, champ.
You're back in 1 minute, so be careful. Well, hopefully Doc don't splat up any. Is this? Yeah, this might be the worst ground loot in Warzone history. confirmed for sure.
You're losing ground. Moving.
Definitely confirmed.
Your squad mate survived. Contract complete.
I mean, call me crazy. I'm just going to grab this scav.
A scav? Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I was looking at that.
Get our contract multiplier up. I could get this first one, and you guys just land on the others.
Doc, you want to get the
Oof,
you close that
Minecraft
first one?
movie absolutely destroyed by
Oh,
critics.
Doc, is he back?
The first reactions to this were pretty good. They were always pretty good, though. I did a video on it. I was like, oh yeah, look, these reactions are pretty decent. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll be one of these like surprise smash hits for kids, which I still think actually this will be
For
a
kids.
good film for kids. Like I think that's probably the case. I think it makes sense. But yeah, it's been destroyed by critics. 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hilariously, I just saw down the side that Screamboat is beating it. So yeah, 53%. You see that there. Bloody Screamboat is a horror take on Steamboat Willie, and yeah, it's beating it, which is just mad. I mean, significantly less people reviewing it, obviously, but still quite comical. But anyway, we're going to take a look at these reviews. I genuinely thought that this movie would be just pretty well loved, to be honest, and I still think it will be.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be one of those movies that the critics hate it and audience love it. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
If you're looking at all the trailers, most people are like, yeah, this is brilliant. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe the critics just don't
Like
get
those
it.
Willy Wonka movies
yeah,
nobody
take a look at
fucking
this.
is
Hit
watching,
subscribe if you're
dude.
new here.
Those kids movies.
Or if you're a returning viewer that's not subscribed, it'd be good
How
to
many
have you here
kids
more often.
movies end up
Also,
never
guys,
getting
I've
watched
got
again?
a clothing line. It's called Retro Classics. It's linked down below. There's a whole website for it. If you like classic cars, like me, support the channel by buying some clothing, which is, yeah, linked in the description box down below. But anyway, let's get to some of these reviews, because this is a stark contrast to the reviews that we did get. These are pretty bad, obviously. Like terrible, basically. So the verdict is a firm, it could have, and very well should have, been worse. But by accounts of those that know the game the best, it also could have, and perhaps should have, been better too. So it's kind of like firmly in the middle, by the looks of it, which is, I don't know what that says for, you know, the quality of it overall, but yeah, interesting nonetheless. Maybe it won't be getting awards buzz. This movie was never going to get awards buzz. What? Awards buzz like Barbie or the Lego movie. But it delivers exactly what its title promises. A big screen Minecraft adventure. Which I guess is what people want. You know, again, I think the critics are probably going to be overly harsh on this, and I think audiences are probably going to love it. I think this movie's going to absolutely smash it. A blocky bore. A movie guy says, a Minecraft movie taps into the wild, funny, and creativity and channels it into an adventure that's silly, fun, and a total blast for the whole family. A Minecraft movie arrives, is exceedingly silly, with puerile humour meant for young children. Yeah, exactly, there you go. And die-hard gamer enthusiasts. So Minecraft fans then, children are gaming fans. What are you talking about? What? Okay, whatever. Anyway, the goofy characters, inane narrative, and dull musical numbers will be a chore to sit through for most adults. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That sounds like it's going to be a hit then with kids. A diverting, if unexceptional, movification of the video game. The film sports a largely incomprehensible story, boasts a cracking pace and distinct look. All right, a fun, exhilarating, and delightful adventure. Kids will love it. There you go. It's for kids. That's what I thought. If Minecraft is the game where kids exercise their creativity by building new digital worlds full of tunnels and fortresses, a Minecraft movie is where that creativity goes to die.
God, people really are hating it. It mostly chooses laziness over imagination, directly insulting everything Minecraft stands for. Huh. Whilst this movie feels like a chaotic mess that only focuses on Jack Black and Jason Momoa being ridiculous, and clearly having a blast while doing so, it isn't made for me. My Minecraft-loving kids had the best time, which is what the studio set out to do. So why did you give it a negative? That seems like a review bomb, right? Why would you give it a negative if your kids, which is the target audience, loved it? That seems so weird. You should review it as per the people that it's intended for. Pointless isn't a bad word to describe most of a Minecraft movie, as even within its broad, family-accessible margins, it feels like there's a real dearth of consequence. And yet still negative. Interesting. Critics absolutely hate this. Some more positive ones here. Jack Black, Jason Momoa are the comedic duo we didn't know we needed, and their 1-2 punch of camp theatrics and unwavering commitment to the cause make a Minecraft movie ridiculous, as it is far more enjoyable than it has any right to. This is a new low for modern video game adaptations, being painfully unfunny and simply ugly to look at with uncanny CGI. That's from Discussing Film. I think it's, well, yeah, I don't know. Some of the best video game movies have adventure, heart, humour and good characters. I wish I could say a Minecraft movie had these things. Oh god, I've just fucked that up, haven't I? God damn it.
Come see us
Never
on
mind.
tour and
We've screwed this up. But anyway, apparently it's not very good. Oh yeah, have these things besides adventure, yeah. Blockheaded from start to finish. It's cinema in reverse.
Soul
for
crushing
nothing
is
like the
working in a
expectation.
mine shaft,
Yeah.
so it's close to the
What do you
game.
expect from these movies, though? That's not to say, like, it shouldn't have been more. Minecraft movies are the cinematic equivalent of digging straight down a terrible idea that only results in frustration. If you're an adult hoping for an enjoyable experience, do yourself a favour, stick to the game. Do adults play this? Thinking deeply about any aspect of the movie at all causes it to crumble. This is an adaptation that keeps the surface trappings of the original material but fails to capture any of the joy and adventure in Minecraft. It's kind of formulaic brand extension tale of a writer could pitch while in a coma. Amazing. Hess and company haven't managed to use the building blocks at their disposal to construct anything that holds up. I mean, a lot of people hate it, but it's mid, right? Like, we are firmly right in the middle, 53%. I just wanted to focus on the negatives because I wanted to see whether they got it or not. Because I've seen, like, I just firmly think this is for kids. Like, I think it's pretty obviously it's just for kids. Grace Randolph, loved it. She loves anything, but it's still fun. Whatever. A perfect film for the age of generative AI. Ugh, that is an indictment, if I ever did see one. I left this film neither knowing nor caring any more about Minecraft than I did going into it. Brilliant. I mean, what else can you say? First reviews are here. They're pretty bad. Kind of what I expected, though. So there you go. Thoughts down below? Do you think this is just going to be for kids?
What a
like I
difference.
expected
How
it to be?
can
Will you be
how can
taking
the
your kids?
reviews be
Thoughts
so
down below. Take
drastically
care.
different,
Bye-bye
dude?
now.
That is scary. That the reviews could be so different. Wow.
Syracuse, New York, Atlantic City,
So someone
Levittown, New
thinks
York,
it's a perfect
Cohoes, New
movie,
York,
and other
Los
people
Angeles,
think it's a
Bakersfield, San Jose, Buffalo,
horrible.
Toledo,
That is
Montreal,
so
and
weird,
Toronto. Go to
dude.
jimmydore.com for the cheapest tickets.
So Donald Trump has been talking recently about what else? Bombing Iran. This is what he
All right.
told Meet the Press.
Bombing Iran.
On Iran, the president said he's also considering secondary tariffs if Iran doesn't agree to a nuclear deal. Quote, if they don't make a deal, there will be bombing, and it will be bombing the likes of which they have never seen before.
And after Trump made that threat, we got headlines like this from the Daily Mail.
Oh yeah,
exposing
because
Trump
that's
is
how we
about
beat
to bomb
Vietnam, by
Iran.
bombing them.
Top Israeli sources reveal planned attack on nuclear sites and deliver chilling war is coming warning. So we never know with stuff like this. Is this a real threat? Is this real intelligence? Is this fear mongering? But Trump is openly talking more and more about taking action against Iran. So it's worth taking seriously. Now, this comes right after Trump's own the Director of National
Agreed.
Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, put out this annual threat assessment. based on the consensus views of the U.S. intelligence community. And when it comes to Iran, this is what it found. U.S. intelligence says Iran is not building a nuclear weapon. U.S. intelligence agencies have reaffirmed there's no evidence Iran is developing nuclear weapons or that Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has reversed his 2003 fatwa that banned the production of weapons of mass destruction. And that's an excerpt right there from that Director of National Intelligence report saying that we continue to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon and that Khamenei has not reauthorized the nuclear weapons program he suspended in 2003. Well, someone who is warning about the threat of war on Iran is someone who's been standing up for peace his entire career, and that is former Congressmember Dennis Kucinich. This is his latest article from his Substack. It's called Trump, Very Bad Things Are Going to Happen. Netanyahu wants the U.S. to destroy Iran. So let's hear from Dennis Kucinich about his fears now about a possible
Persia.
strike on
So
Iran.
you want
Dennis
us to
Kucinich, as I
take down
mentioned,
Persia
the former
for you.
Democratic member of Congress from Ohio, the former mayor of Cleveland, and a two-time Democratic presidential hopeful who ran on what is now a strange platform for Democrats, which is being about peace and against war. Dennis Kucinich, thanks for joining us on the Jimmy Dore Show.
Aaron, thank you. I want to thank Aaron Mate and Misha for this opportunity to be on the show. And this couldn't be a more important time, Aaron, to talk about what is going on with respect to the United States and Iran and the danger to not just Iran, but to the world if the United States proceeds with President Trump's threat to bomb them, the likes of which they've never seen before.
Behind this, Trump campaigned as the president of peace. He took advantage of the fact that Joe Biden was fueling two simultaneous disasters, the proxy war in Ukraine and Israel's mass murder campaign in Gaza. And he portrayed himself as being the guy who was going to restore peace. And what's he doing after taking office? He's bombing Yemen, just as Biden did. And he's talking about going after Iran. So what do you think is happening here?
Well, your recounting is correct because you have to realize that, New York Times suddenly discovered that we were very close to a nuclear war with Russia during Biden's last months in office, something that myself and others pointed out very vocally and that I've written about on Substack. But now, Trump, principally at the behest of Benjamin Netanyahu, has moved the pieces in place, notably B-2 bombers and Diego Garcia, the island in the Indian Ocean, within a 2,400 miles or so of Iran. And let me explain to your viewers the significance of this. B-2 bombers are stealth bombers. There's very little radar technology available that can detect them. They can fly very low, they can fly very high, but they have special coating on the plane that cannot detect it, and they have the ability to jam electronics very easily. It's a very expensive plane, $2 billion a copy. U.S. has about 19 of them. Well, a number of them are in this island, and here's what they carry. They carry three types of bombs. They carry, depending on what the array is in the order to attack. They carry 500-pound gravity bombs. They carry 2,400-pound bombs that are called G-83s, which are nuclear weapons. They can dial up the nuclear potential with them. And each of these bombs has a destructive capacity, each bomb, of 80 Hiroshimas. And it's what they're talking about, using weapons like this against Iran. And each B-2 bomber can carry 16 of these bombs. B-2s can also carry what's called massive ordnance penetrators. And these are 30,000-pound bombs that are designed to go deep into the earth, into a mountain, 200 feet, drop from 30,000 feet or 50,000 feet, go deep into a mountain and explode 200 feet underground. So that's the weaponry we're talking about using against Iran that the B-2 carries. Now, in my Substack piece, I point something out. And everyone who is watching this is not rocket science. We all live within a proximity to a nuclear power plant in the United States. And, our nightmare has always been about what if one of these plants is attacked? Well, we're talking about dropping bombs, whether it's a gravity bomb, 500 pounds, or a 2,400 pound nuclear bunker buster. That's what they call them. You drop a nuclear weapon on a nuclear laboratory, on a nuclear reactor, the radiation is going to spread hundreds, if not thousands of miles. This is why I wrote the piece. It is mind-boggling to think that America, which, a number of people today who are living don't remember, most people don't remember the dropping of the bomb in Hiroshima. But we've all seen accounts of it. Multiply that times 80. Multiply the synergistic effect of nuclear weapons being dropped on nuclear labs. This stuff goes into the atmosphere. This idea that can drop the bomb and everything stays underground is absolute baloney. And so I wrote this column, Aaron. The more I thought about it, I'll tell you, it's very disturbing just to sit down and think about this. Because there's people actually talking about bombing a nuclear infrastructure, which has over a dozen sites, by the way. And they're spread, a number of them are spread in the eastern part of Iran, but the wind blows in the direction towards Afghanistan. This radiation could reach India, and depending on which way the wind blows, go back to the Middle East. I mean, this is a nightmare. And to think that the White House can be having these discussions right after they or simultaneous with receiving this intelligence report that you just put up on the screen is mind-blowing. What is this about? Iran doesn't have a nuclear bomb. And the President Trump in 2017, pulled out of the JCPOA, the agreement that was aimed at limiting Iran's nuclear capacity. And now he's saying, look, you better make a deal with us or we're going to blow you up. It's hard to talk about this because the consequences are so extraordinary. And it's not unlike what happened in 2007. I was in the House. I may have been the only one that kept warning about don't attack Iran.
Excuse me.
The danger of radiation spread. But we're right on that track again. And Netanyahu was there then. He's there now. He has been pushing. Israel is increasing the attacks on Gaza, on the West Bank, on Syria, on Lebanon. And this is part of Netanyahu's plan, not only for Greater Israel, but to stay out of jail. And at the same time, they're trying, he's pushing and trying to nudge Trump to attack Iran. There is no legitimate reason whatsoever.
Hold on.
It's illegal under our Constitution. It's illegal under the UN Charter. It's illegal under the Hague
That's
Convention.
why you guys tell me to
Everything
wait all the
about this
time.
is
'Cause I
wrong.
tell you to wait all the time, isn't it?
Hey, this limited edition bundle is a powerhouse collection
So
designed
what
to
do I gotta?
energize
I
your
guess
day,
I gotta
sharpen your
stop
mind,
doing
and
that,
help
huh? Look, everyone's selling coffee. That's got to be some kind of scam, bro. That's got to be some kind of scam. Daughter. Daughter. I can't. Oh, I'll find you. I'll find you.
Hey everybody, this is Perch. It's a morning. It's a good morning. I don't know. It's a morning. I've got some people who are once again on the freeway deciding to make their own roads and just say, you know what, I'm not staying in this traffic anymore. I'm just going to drive straight down the median and see what happens. And I mean, okay, I guess. That's how it goes. Before we get to the mail here, some of you asked. I did a video and a posting on Snow White and specifically the ticket sales that you could see online, and I got a lot of you're better than this, Perch. Why are you getting involved in this, Perch? And on one level, you're right. It is a stupid controversy. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know how many times I've said on this channel, it's your money. Just go watch what you want to watch. If you know, unless you are an investor into Disney, them blowing a massive budget on whatever, I mean, it's their problem. I do find it strange that there are video, people out there doing commentary like, that can you believe this budget? I mean, yeah, it seems high, but fuck it again, it's not my money. So I struggle to care. But many of you are like, well, why do you care about the ticket sales? And it's not about the ticket sales, and it's not about the seating. It's that I believe in kind of two principles. One, I think that people should be certainly allowed to have their own opinion on comics. It really, really bugs me when people say, like, I don't like this comic. It's like, you're not allowed not to like it. And that's kind of an extreme, you don't see that a lot. But if you go onto Reddit, you'll see it a decent amount. I mean, you'll see people getting kicked from boards if they don't like the right comics, if they don't, if they quote unquote are on the right side of history with comics. And that bugs me. Every comic, every movie, everything is going to hit in its own unique way. There isn't there's not a one-stop shop for what makes a good comic or not. Talked about this before too. But just like everybody is owed their opinion, and they get to decide kind of what they want to like and what they don't. At the same time, facts are still facts. And it bugs me when people do what I think is disingenuous stuff. Like they say, look at this empty theater. I
Come
went
on, where'd you
online to
go?
buy a ticket for Snow White. And look at
DXDIT.
this empty theater. Ha ha. And it's like, yeah, that's for a Thursday night screening at 10 o'clock at night for a kid's movie. Like that come on. That is disingenuous. It's the same thing with the when people and both sides are doing it. They did it for Bud Light. Now they're doing it for Tesla. And they're like, look at the stock, look at things tank. And then they show, and yes, things are dropping for sure. And giant corporations like that, a point of drop is millions of dollars. So it's not insignificant. But it's disingenuous when you post a graph that instead of starting at 0 on the vertical line, it starts at like 40 and goes up to 42. And the reason why people have zoomed in like
Dude,
that
yeah.
is because they want to show this extreme drop. Like, look, the number is just plunging for the bottom. And it's like, are you dumb or are you a liar? Stupid or liar? And that stuff gets me. So that was the purpose behind that video. That's why I went in there, because it's just I'm seeing all these people post stuff. And by the way, to cousin all this, and not picking on any of you, but a couple of you did this. It's like, well, I've never seen anybody complaining about Snow White. It's like, okay, come on now. I mean, bless your heart, as they say in Texas, but that is impossible. Unfortunately, it is everywhere. And so I just, it's the same kind of thing. Like, I've never seen any creators being mean to fans. I hear that from creators all the time. It's like, it's bullshit. Just like it's bullshit. Like, I've never seen any fans be rude to creators. It's like, okay. Okay. I get stupid or liar. Where do you want to fall on that spectrum? Anyway. All right, let's read this mail, which has nothing to do with
Man,
it.
I
Says,
do
hey,
not know.
Perch. Hey, Perch.
Ah,
It's been more than a decade since Disney purchased Marvel and the rise of the MCU. When looking back, it's hard not to see the steady decline in the comics industry. I believe the MCU and Hollywood in general has done massive damage to comics. For example, looking at many current writers, I was surprised to find out how many of them were also screenwriters. But unlike 20 years ago, when we had Kevin Smith and Joss Whedon, we now have the writers of Rick and Morty. I like Rick and Morty, but point taken. You can see it in decompressed storytelling. With a lot of modern comics, I feel like I'm reading a storyboard from a movie. You can get through many of them in mere minutes. How can we expect new customers to drop $5 to $6 for something you can read through in less time than it takes to sit in the toilet and take a shit? I mean, it's not going to be, you're going to get a grading hit on your comic if you're taking it to the toilet. I'm just saying. Do it like normal people do. Put the comic on a pristine surface and turn the pages with tweezers, preferably soft tip, like a normal person would. I'm just kidding. I can't believe I have to say I'm just kidding. Anyway, it's not just Marvel and DC. A lot of indie comics feel like nothing more than Netflix pitches. Pitches for bitches, as they say. I can understand wanting that Mark Miller deal, but you can't reverse engineer that success. Well, the other thing that's worth noting is that, yeah, some people want the Mark Miller deal, but Mark Miller had how many years in comics before that deal? 30? 3 decades? I don't think you get to fast forward just to the end there on anything. I don't know. People forget that, like, Mark Miller got into Hollywood. Yeah, after like 3 decades at least of writing comics. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Oh well. They want a Hollywood deal more than they want a successful comic. From the creators how many would you say are in comics for love of the art form? And how many are just there to use it as a possible stepping stone to Hollywood? I'd guess it's about 60-40. 60% people who love the art form. But that's a video for another day, because that's not always a great thing. Because love for the art form doesn't always translate to respect for the characters and commercial success. But I'll do that video another day. For 10 plus years, we've consistently had a Guardians of the Galaxy comic and multiple solo titles. But now that their arc in the MCU is over, I don't see a single Guardians related title being published by Marvel. I think that's what Hickman's about to do with what is he doing? Not Infinity. I don't remember. Anyway, sorry. It's early in the morning. Which one word are we doing?
Right. Come on.
It's not Annihilation. We already did that. It's Imperial. There you go. I got there. Many of you listening to this right now are just screaming at it, like, you dumbass. Anyway. This is what editing would help in the video. My biggest concern is the MCU grew in popularity. Is that Marvel will be known as a movie studio first and publish comics as a side hustle. One can argue we're already there. Yeah, for sure. Hollywood is influencing comics way too much. And it's an industry already creatively bankrupt, relying on sequels, prequels, reboots, and remakes. It sounds like the comic industry, doesn't it? How do you think we remedy this problem? How far down do comics have to drop to drive off screenwriters and make room for new creators and veterans who actually love comics and want to see them thrive? My apologies for this long email, but I think this is a big problem in comics that's not being discussed enough. Thank you for reading. Hope you're in better health and you and your family are.
I'm lost.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to be a downer. All right. I think that the MCU, the Disney and the Warner kind of getting into owning those properties and it becoming a movies first, comics second business has hurt things. But in a lot of kind of ways you might not expect. For one, I think the money that's gone into those, it simultaneously has gotten those publishers funded and also taken away the hunger, the urgency. You have some people who are definitely trying to be number one, who will run out there and kind of scramble and do their hustle. I mean, again, what would be a great hustle is if Scott Snyder would actually come on this show and do the interview that he's promised. But, regardless of that, the guy hustles like crazy. He does push his comics and he...
Did you get a towel?
He wants to be number
one.
one.
I don't want the app. I just want the driver.
And I think that that's good. But by and large, Hollywood money in comics has meant that...
Okay, and now I'm totally distracted.
Safety net, that if the comic doesn't do well,
all right, hold on.
If you're the big two, it's not really the end of the world. And if you think about the problem that the indies have, it's hard to compete and be aggressive and get things done in a world where the two dominant forces are kind of, I don't know, they're just lazy, for lack of a better word. They're not interested in really pushing and growing the market. So it's kind of it's put everything in kind of a semi coma where you've got people who are getting into comics who are there for certainly not the paycheck. But you have screenwriters who are there hoping to get kind of some credits so that they can translate that into movies and TV. You have people who love the industry, but we've taken away the drive to really succeed. And so it's allowed people to, the guy I talk to regularly will say, he'll use this example of a real example being a bunch of writers. It's like, what if the Silver Surfer entered a surfing competition? Wouldn't that be a crazy comic? You're like, yeah, let's do it. It's crazy. And that's you have a lot of writers who are thinking that way. It's like, what if Wolverine gave up smoking and he was grouchy? It's like, okay, that's not a pitch for anything. But that's, if there's no, commercial drive to be successful at the top, and you combine that with industry that's hard to pierce, where people don't get back to you, where, there the rules of, what you do, and if you offend CB in some minor way, or even if some like absolute pile of shit, junior editor lies about you, you find yourself, just, you're not getting work and you don't know why, and nobody will give you a straight answer, and it can take years before you get a straight answer, and then you have no chance to defend yourself. It becomes a giant, well, I don't know the truth kind of story. Meanwhile, you've got nothing, and it's why a lot of people are so tepid with everything in comics, because if you buck the system, I mean, hell, if you're a writer and an editor comes and says, I'd like you to pitch on a new comic. This comic will be, a comic about Paul from Spider-Man, and what it's like to be him. And we're thinking about it. He tries to open up a food truck, and then the food truck gets attacked by the Rhino, but they wind up being friends. And I want you to pitch a comic like that. As a writer, you're like, well, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but I can't say no, because if I say no and I say it in the wrong tone, I'm going to get blacklisted from this industry. I mean, it just all this stuff. But sorry, I've gone astray. All of this is kind of the consequence of when you have a company that is financially protected, that despite what you hear on YouTube, isn't going out of business anytime soon, but also doesn't have any real need to succeed. And I think on top of that, what you identified is this desire to get synergy going. So it's like, well, we have a Guardians movie out, so we need a Guardians comic. We don't have a Guardians movie out, so we don't need a Guardians comic. And just seeing stuff bounce around like that is painful. We're getting some Daredevil projects out, and comics, I mean, are also super frustrating, because you can go on the internet and see people posting, photos, and sometimes laughing at photos of behind the scenes photography for movies, and like a year in advance, but for whatever reason, comics doesn't get its shit together to get comics related to those movies and shows out until like a few months, in some cases, after they're already done. It's just baffling. But I think in general, to me, the biggest problem with kind of the MCU, or more importantly, two giant Hollywood studios owning the two giant comic companies, is that it's taken away the drive. I've had creators and writers talk to me about, hey, I did this pitch about something that would be a huge commercial success, and I really tried to aim the pitch around commercial success. And when I, go and I talk to the editor or the publisher, and I'm like, hey, here's how we're going to make money off this thing. The publisher's like, that's nice. That's nice. We're thinking of doing another Rainbow Rowell Runaways mini series. So I'm kind of busy with that right now. And then, we're getting together the Pride anthology of characters that are really key and important to the Marvel Universe, that are really the heart of the Marvel Universe, but we never see
Neural
them except for
rendering,
once a
huh?
year in a 3-page story in an anthology, but we care about them so much. We're kind of busy with that. I don't know. Let's talk during the next convention. I'll see you at C2E2. We'll talk then. And we'll get you that project. Yeah, as a writer, you're like, what am I doing? Like, really, what am I doing? Anyway, I think that there's a lot that can be done in comics. I do promise a video, in the future about where the, people who love comics, there can be kind of a, that's hit or miss. You need a couple things, not just the love. But I don't think it's been helpful. I don't think it had to be this way. I think having really strong, steady leadership at the top who are interested in actually growing things and being big and expanding the industry, I think could have easily avoided all this. I think in the end it comes down to people more than anything. But I think look, you want the really blunt answer? There's a lot of people at the top of Marvel and DC who are making good money, or at least what they consider good money. I mean, there's tiers. You got Jim Lee money, and then you have like Marie Javins money, or you have Dan Buckley money, you have CB money. And they're making a ludicrously higher amount than the editors they hire. You have editors out there making 35K. Somebody asked me once, like, well, if the editor's making 35K, that means like CB is making like what, 70? No, no. I'm sorry, my friend. It's way more than that. Which is just a whole other problem. But anyway, when you have people at top, they have, they're a big corporation there, just basically not paying too much attention to what they're doing. Yeah. I mean, it becomes a retirement job. And people there are when you're owned by a big studio and there's no pressure. And again, I've said this before. It's like, well, yeah, but if Disney is failing, go woke, go broke. They're going broke. It's like, they're not going that broke. They're doing fine. You go to Disney World, it's like, ticket prices are so high. Nobody wants woke Mickey Mouse. It's like, yeah, except when you go there, there's still 2-hour-long lines for rides, and people it's still crowded. I mean, hell, like my daughter's been asked to go back to Disney World. I would love it if they were going woke, going broke, because those lines suck. So that would be great. But no, it's still quite crowded. There's no urgency at the big studios to clean up or take care of a company that's costing them a rounding error on their balance sheet. And so it becomes a retirement job for people. That's the blunt truth. As creators who listen to this, you know what I'm talking about. If you're dealing with somebody who's in a retirement job, there's no motivation to move it forward. And they don't. So, thanks for listening.
For ACOG site solid, dude.
Yeah, I'm down.
I gotta make a freaking overkill.
But dude, one of my buddies like climbs fucking towers.
Oh,
like, I'll
look,
take you
I
with
think
it.
it's doing my
Go
drivers.
grab chest.
Well, no, it's just like for a living, like cell towers.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
change
doing
like the light
so.
bulb and like change the shit up there.
Yeah.
Those things are crazy.
What'd you?
I saw a guy climb like a 2-mile high tower just to change one light bulb and then have to climb back.
You probably only have to work like
Boom.
once or twice a month, if that.
Oh yeah. I hope the
You
weather
think they
conditions are good that day.
You think they just make like solar lights or something?
Yeah.
The
They gotta have
last
drones
50
now
years.
for that.
Those lights are so powerful, though. I don't even know if solar could. They probably.
You
should
plug it
start
in and
going
the guy burns his hand plugging it in.
Oh yeah, they definitely probably have to use like a cloth or something.
He's got Doc sunglasses on when he plugs that thing in.
What's he
He's
shooting
probably
at?
got 2 pairs on. Taking our fucking whip.
Clobbered him, I think. I don't think I've actually got a hit marker. I don't know. I can't tell.
either. I cracked him.
I'm going. I'm going towards the scav. Hoping to God this guy misses. Jeez.
I down the guy top super. He's probably gonna selfie self up there. No, his buddy's rising him right there. I don't think I can make it.
Trying to look over. Second floor right there.
Oh my God, this guy was one shot.
Robot up top is absolute.
Dude, I don't know what SMG this is, but it's fucking shredding.
I down one of them up there.
Yep.
You ready for a snack, baby girl?
Or he jumped down. He's right above me.
Absolute.
You want a juice box and a granola bar?
Go on.
We can do that. Let's do that. Let's see if Warzone works on this thing.
Solar panel? I don't even know actually.
Any left?
Keep left.
Some
Keep left.
Alright.
This motherfucker is
Okay.
not getting away.
Sorry, Cinderella. Not a half hour.
Get the fuck off
What's
me.
happening?
Later, regulator.
This guy ain't regulating shit.
This ain't FDA approved, buddy. And all kinds of stimulants. Boys, I'm just gonna grab this recon for the road, see if if maybe it just goes somewhere where we might need it to.
Okay.
I just got overpressured on my fucking HDR.
Oh, here. You need help with your Peppa house? Where do you want it? Over here?
Not terrible.
Nice.
Not terrible.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Right here? Yeah. You want it?
Honestly, I love the OG recons. Like the way it
It's
works.
so nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Type
tense
that
your
shit
butt.
in.
You don't have to get your butt cheeks all tight while you're typing it in for a minute, and hoping nobody kills you.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the dumbest thing.
If you need it, yeah. Okay.
Damn, dude. Look at this circle.
We're gonna have to get like this
Yo, I
Bertha
think we
dude
get
and
this
just go
Bertha.
deep right.
I
Deep
could not
Bertha
agree
deep
more.
right.
I'm down to just cross now.
We are
You want to get this
loaded
fucking?
too.
You want to get this?
I'm
up
probably
easy?
gonna
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
everything
yeah,
off.
Runway. I bet it pulls
That's
the
the god
runway.
play.
Oh,
That's the god play.
downloading
Get it.
content,
And,
huh?
I mean, Doc can get
Oh, what's
Doc's
that
got
all about?
25 bands. We're so
Ah,
rich.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
I guess I'll heal
Been a
up
good
too.
month for you, Doc.
Guess I'll heal up.
Might as well.
I thought you're just giving him like a chance, maybe, you know,
What's
not
that
having to
all
play
about?
him. Feeling generous.
Is it runway? Oh, it's further than that. Well, that's still good. We can. I'm down to just go straight to that supply drop if you guys want.
Call me crazy. We just pop a big boy right there.
100. I'm so down. I think we take 2 Berthas too. You guys want to take this first one? I'll go get the second one.
Yeah.
Some guys in fire here. There's a guy in fire here. Do you guys want to fight this or should I? I'm gonna just get in and get out.
This thing's slow as hell.
There's a guy in here. You guys want to kill him?
Yeah, might as well.
Yep.
I'll suffocate him.
There's the LTV on the runway too.
There we go.
Okay, I cannot get out of the fucking. This thing has got no.
Car coming, car
backup
coming.
speed.
All right. Here you go, Ben.
Cucaracha. Thank you guys for the help.
Cool.
I don't know the mechanics of this Bertha yet, but they are fucking so slow.
Everything about that Bertha is slow.
Was it this slow as always?
I'm not sure.
Are we getting across?
Yeah, we got 50 seconds.
They bought a loadout where we're gonna do the recon.
Okay, you can just drive on it. Just drive by
Wait,
it.
give me a second. Let me
yours.
pop a UE first here, and then we'll just go do
Doc
it.
it himself. Doc it himself too here.
I'll pop a UE first, and then.
Yeah, I'm throwing a mini box down.
It's
Mini-
not yours,
Oh,
it's
you can't buy
everybody's.
armor box. You can't
Yeah.
buy an armor
Bubba's
box.
gonna eat it.
All right, let's rock these guys and then complete that contract. We got 30 seconds.
We'll make
Okay, we gotta go
some
ASAP.
more.
Sorry, I just
You
gotta
go,
buy,
Doc. You go, Bob. Doc,
Pretty
you go,
good.
Bob. I'm
I
gonna
might
try to
have
just drive
eaten
over
it.
it. As
Did
long as we
you?
just
I
touch
might have
it.
eaten
As long as
the
we touch
last
it, it
one.
completes.
There's a team on the right.
thought we
I'm
had,
gonna,
like-
just
We had like
forget about
6
these guys, Doc.
slices.
We all ate. Well, she had 3, 2.5.
I had
And I
2.
only had 3.
Yeah, be close on your right.
Yeah, no, we ate it all.
What about chips and
Just not even-
crackers?
This Bertha is fucking terrible.
Pepperoni, crackers, cheese.
What the hell? Wait, one of them got in the car. I didn't even realize.
You gotta eat.
Huge down, Doc. Huge
Anyway.
fucking
Nice.
down. I cracked the white outfit guy. Cracked the first one.
They're born with
Got the full.
an appetite.
Last guy on you guys.
So it's easier for
We
them
got
to
airstrike.
eat
We got
like
airstrike.
that.
Yep.
Some of those guys do know they fucking eat.
Right?
I'm healing real quick,
These
Doc.
two.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
I just want something warm.
I'm going for the res.
Okay.
He's right in that house in front of you, Doc, the barn.
Yep.
Oh, Dad.
Dude, one of them
And it's
got in the
some
truck
people
behind me,
just
just
do
flattened my ass out, just
Oh
pancaked
my
me.
god. Doc, huge fucking shit right there, because I was.
Yeah, just for fun. There's a loadout.
Wait. Oh, nice. The loadout's still full cost. That's crazy. That's diabolical. Cheap bastards. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc. I actually need a. Oh, we're getting sniped. Oh shit.
Down one across.
Nice.
Down 2 across. Down 2 across.
Oh, we got to go to that.
UE
there,
up,
right
UE
there
up
on
for you
green
guys.
team.
Done.
Oh, in this house too. Fuck. One guy's super close in the window.
Got your
Second
buyback.
floor.
Got your buyback. Wait, I don't have enough. What the hell?
I think those are his teammates.
It's just, are you on controller? Is that why you win it? Or let me see. Let me just see if you. Let me just. I don't know. Let me just see. Boom, 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 boom.
Bro, I accidentally bought a fucking loadout trying to res you back, Bob, because it's up
You're
A.
chilling. That's okay.
I got you guys back. I got you guys.
I got the kills for both those guys.
Nice. That's
was
not
his
me.
teammate.
I would have been there. I literally bought a loadout.
Bro, no,
I got you guys.
Huge.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
we got 2 loadies here. Of course, of course. Do not go up A. That's for, actually for you guys is different. And you guys click it. Never mind. You guys keep doing what you do. Controller, it used to be up A to res, so I literally fucking bought a load instead of
Yo,
bottom.
heli pretty close.
I'm grabbing this.
There's a couple guys in the heli. That's kind of far.
Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty
There's a satchel in here if you guys need a satchel.
I actually do need one. I don't know if Doc's already grabbing that.
No, go for it.
You guys want to go bounty or what are we
A
thinking?
gentleman and a scola. Oh, you fucking bastard. He said go
Thanks.
for it.
Appreciate
Just you sick bastard. That baited me.
You trying to take mine?
You said I could have it, you lie. Unbelievable.
Boys, you guys want to go bounty up on this hill?
Yeah, I'm down.
There was 3 of them. They look fucking singled out.
Yeah, they
I
like
mean,
to talk shit
I
about
gotta
poor
come. I'm
people
down to still go
now
up there and try and
how
peek
much
at 'em.
food we have and
20
blah blah
piece
blah.
McNugget, my God.
But
Enough diarrhea for
they
the
don't.
rest of
It's
the
shit
week.
food, dude.
Guy just landed.
Yeah.
50 piece.
Like
Right
they
there.
don't taste. You know what I mean? Like
We're going
this is
wide.
all shit.
We're working. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm trying to sniff out this
Ah.
20 piece
Bounty
McNugget.
Gotcha.
What
Yeah.
absolutely, literally leaking, literally
Where's the
leaking.
last one? Last one's coming through, Raul.
See,
But
He's
yeah,
around the
what
hill
they don't
somewhere.
tell you is it's shit food. Like we're not
Got him
eating
one.
filet mignon,
Killed
dude.
him?
We're not even.
Oh,
We're not
shit.
even
Yeah, somebody else from the
That's
hills
another
lasering
team.
me.
eating
That's another
made
team.
from scratch anymore.
I got airstrike. I don't know where to go.
You know what I
Bounty
mean?
was
We're
eating.
eating weird factory processed
Thanks
shit
for
that
one
like
Doc.
it don't taste good, dude. That's why you see like yeah, there's fat poor people, but those are the people eating fucking Captain Crunch and Snickers and there's a bunch of skinny ass
Oh,
poor
we're up on the
people.
hill.
That's him up there.
Cause yeah, the shit don't taste good, dude. So you barely eat what you have to.
That's what people complain.
I'm kind of
They'll
just
be like,
holding this
"Oh,
one
if you're
side,
poor,
trying
you
to
know,
do
there's
it.
food,
Let me
Wow,
cheap
there's
food everywhere."
multiple
Well, the
snipers up
cheap
there on
food
this
tastes like cardboard and chemicals.
Yeah, that shit ain't like you say it tastes good. That shit don't taste good to me, dude. That shit all tastes like crap.
Coming down the hill super
So my dad was even saying that.
How's
Like
that
it
not a headshot?
basically to get good food, not just middle class, you have to be upper middle class, dude. Like you have to be able to afford food that's grown
There's
well.
only 5 teams left.
It's not. So we'll see.
That entire team up there has to jump. Those guys are
What?
shooting.
Yeah, they're jumping now.
Oh my coffee. You got me distracted.
Right here, light mark.
Yeah. So yeah, they talk shit that we have all this food, but it's fucking
Guy in the
corn.
back is almost
It's
broke.
basically corn with food. It's empty. Food and color dyes. It's fucking or
One
soybean.
shot on that last
It
guy.
used to be
Light mark.
corn, now it's a soybean. It's a soybean product
Make sure you guys get that ammo
molded
cache if you guys want before we gotta
to
get out of
look
here.
like
I'm
food,
low on ammo. So
and they inject it with colors and dyes.
I mean, they can get away with soybean a lot more because it's a lot more, what you call it, nutrient dense than corn.
Yeah, and I think the deal with soy, I could be wrong, but I think it's like the carbon of the food world.
Yeah, you can do a lot
A
with
lot
soy.
of shit with soy, basically.
You
right?
can make it into tofu. You can make milk out of it. You
And
can
it's all
make.
you can
all
make
right,
those
all right.
food products.
Uh-huh.
They can make Cheetos. They can make
Yeah, it's-
that's the shit
It's
with
like a
soy.
building block for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they're all 3 right
So
there.
yeah, you pass all these
Airstrike
fucking
DA.
fields,
I'm going inside the
and
building.
it's full of this crop that you can't eat by itself. It has to be made into something.
I mean, you can't eat
I
soy
wanna
by
say there's a
itself,
team
but
in
it's
But
It's
nobody,
horrible.
no one
Team
eats
in.
soy. Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
That'd be
Well,
like
that's
eating-
like
Yeah, those
pork
guys
bellies
there.
when you hear them so.
Doc, who's you down?
Well, what the
Doc's
fuck?
down.
But there's all kinds of shit they make from
Uh,
pork belly.
Yeah, you can make a lot. That's the traditional spaghetti carbonara.
See,
crispy-
that's what I mean.
I don't even
Then
know
you're
what the
like,
fuck I'm looking
And
at.
then there's this one that I really want to try.
I
It's
think I blocked
crispy
you from
Asian
getting out
pork
the
belly.
fucking-
It's where they basically they smoke it and age it for like hours,
Yeah.
and then they use like brown
Why?
sugar and it makes it all crispy. I really want to try that. That's
shooting
expensive.
down.
I'm saying when pork belly
Cracked him on the
is
backside
more
of the shed.
important to the market than pork itself, it just kind of fries your brain a little bit. But yeah.
I need to find a solid range SMG, and maybe that's where the AMAX comes into play. You know,
Is there another one in there?
like HDR
mark
AMAX
it top.
might be my.
Sniper.
I'm trying to figure out what's going to be my class right now. it's a nice experimental phase we're going through. Because pushing into that's just so stupid with my fucking AK, 3-timed Willis, 3-timed AK.
2v2 or 2v3?
Whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa,
not gonna
whoa,
be the
whoa,
play.
whoa, whoa!
Do we fucking push up over there?
Yeah, we'll probably have to go to like here.
Well, I miss you, baby.
Honestly, I kind of like this.
What are you playing over there?
Down, down. We would check her back. There might be still someone behind us, bro.
I don't
Have
think
you
we got, like,
noticed
short,
her
medium
play
range
has gone
capable
up a notch
SMG
lately?
with the
Oh, yeah.
HDR. That's
Like
what I
multiple
want.
sets.
And that she'll make voices. And
doesn't
she
even be
like I don't know
just
what
barely safe
she's
on that
role
turn,
playing
doing
them,
high key,
not
maybe
just
swing
she
it
used
left
to just
using
kind
a
of
little
move them
shot
around a
here.
little
Go
bit,
left, go left.
but now she's starting to.
On
Yep.
top, on top, on top.
Unless the
I'm
Grau,
going,
unless the
I'm going.
Grau is kind of nasty. I don't know.
Are they shooting at you or?
Nope.
C9 long barrel.
I'm right behind all of them. These guys are hyper diver cuts.
2v2?
2v2. Absolutely
What
patootie.
you got there, dude? What is that?
Fuck.
Thought I had impacts. Beautiful.
Nice.
Good shit. Jesus.
Let's go.
Holy
Jesus.
fuck.
Victory! Oh, they got a victory.
Stats on that.
They finally won one.
We were cooking.
Taylor Farms. Get your salad together.
Hey, you, the photographer.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, seriously.
Win streak starting now. PT,
Oh, dude,
thank you for the
look at that.
49 months.
That's what's up.
I'm still like up in the air of what I want to use. I don't know. I like the snipe. I like the HDR right now. It's so threatening.
I agree. I'm having the most fun sniping,
Yeah,
but fucking sniping shoddy is just fucking terrible.
yeah, yeah. I was just talking to the champs. I wish I had like an SMG that was close medium range type vibe.
Yeah.
Is it? How about that
Is it
Grau?
KSV?
What if you try the KSV? What if you try the KSV or apparently the AMAX as a sub build?
Yeah.
People are using the AMAX as a sub build.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. But I don't have that thing fucking leveled up.
Me
Let
neither.
me see what I got on it. I might be able to get one.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
I'm
try
happy
KSV
for
or
them.
some shit.
I'm
I
happy
just got
for
my
them.
HDR leveled up at least.
But yeah, some dudes like, dude, they've never got to win.
Oh, you definitely went over pressure on that.
Okay.
There's one. They got one check mark. Oh, 10 in a row? What?
One of our buddies, Breadman, posted a build on Twitter.
You can have some TV in a little bit.
Which one?
You need to take a break.
The HDR build.
I'm sorry, you gotta take a break.
The game twist barrel.
You need a break.
mod, Quick draw and overpressure.
I say you need a break.
Need to get game.
You need a break. No, you need a break.
Holy shit! This AMAX might shred.
I said no, you need a break.
SMG?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. This one.
No, you need a break. I say no.
What do you have to put on it?
I said no.
On the AMAX?
I
So you
said
use level?
no.
Yeah. I got compensator, gain twist, vertical, extended mag, quick draw.
I said no.
I'll drop you.
I said sorry, Isabella. No.
Actually, it's double XP weekend, so it'll level up pretty quick.
Okay.
So sad. I said no. Oh, not right now. You need breaky time. I'm sorry. Did not cooperate last. Do you want
guys
to
aren't
run the
using,
game
impact
and
grenades?
No, I switched to frag grenades. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
still kind of
using
different.
impacts.
no.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I try C4.
Safe mode. I don't want no stinking safe mode.
50% of the time.
No,
I
let's
try
see.
detonating, it
What's
doesn't even
going
work.
on here?
Yeah,
that's-
they're like still.
Crashing again.
Well, I haven't tried it on this variation yet.
Well, I probably need to restart my computer for one. Oh, what's happening? What's that? And I got YouTube running in another window, and I'm on a laptop. Oh my God, Brad Pitt's in Call of Duty?
Verdansk.
Right. What do we got here? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wish I had like a seasonal
Oh, whoa, whoa.
You want those?
Oh.
You want those leaderboards back, huh?
I just liked him, bro. I mean, shit, Doc, go look. If you go to leaderboards of career, fucking look.
I just want to see if it can run, bro. Whoa. Activision doesn't even exist. How can you make that much money and not exist anymore? Sledgehammer Games, that was long. Okay, well, I'm pushing spacebar. Is that not spacebar? I thought that meant spacebar. How about I get off this game?
The top.
Come on, man. Weird.
Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah, I know. I don't even need to look.
Four.
Yeah.
We're not. I mean, that's trying to get this walk accurate in my new game, Diarrhea Simulator. But we're getting close. Jebber Schnitzel says, "Why do you wear wigs? Why's your gut fat? You fat fuck. You see what I'm saying? Why don't you stand up, get the fuck out of my arena? In fact, champs, close all the doors. Okay? Close all the doors. The F-bombs are coming out left and right, and trust me, they're just getting started. Okay? They're just getting started, man. Get this fat fuck, fat gut out of here. Get him out of the arena."
What's up with the doc? Doc of the doc. Doc takes creatine, huh?
Say less,
All right.
Doc. Members only? If you want. I mean, sure, you guys do what you want. Hey, as long as the energy stays popping inside of the arena today, man. I did a 10.5-hour stream. I'm paying the price, right? Like limited sleep in the waterbed last night. I told you yesterday at the beginning. I just wanted a nice short.
It's up to the doc. I'm indifferent.
I mean, bro.
On the heli.
Battle Royale.
Hey, I'm gonna brace it for the heli.
Right here with you.
We got company. I don't think I got it.
Oh, yeah,
There's
these
a
guys
lot
are
of people going for
murking
the
us.
heli. Holy fuck.
I got it.
You got it? Fucking get up there. Just go.
Right here?
Go.
Cutting all these guys.
Hit all my shots.
I
Trying to
missed
cover
every
shot.
shot. Should I jump? Should I zip up?
I'm dead. I'm the worst heli pilot ever. All right. That was tough mechanics.
Down the guy down there, Doc. I don't know any of these mechanics yet. I might just say fuck it and get this most wanted. No, I won't. What a shot. I got shot from up top, Doc.
Still the other heli.
Unfucking believable.
Definitely not the Verdansk heli, that's for sure.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm not gonna pick that up. That guy's insane.
Well, it's 3 of them shooting at you.
I couldn't even tell. Dude, this SWAT's kind of nice. Like, I picked up a purple floor loot one.
Your squad mate won the fight.
Not a fucking plate in sight.
These guys.
Oh, is this a Grau conversion kit?
Oh,
that's
I'm grabbing this biatch.
look at a safe.
A safe?
Oh.
I think you get like the events or whatever. Yeah, challenge complete.
Oh, shit.
Open a Verdansk safe in hospital.
Okay.
All right.
There was a
like
KSV.
guns.
Iron-sighted.
Jump off the roof, jump off the roof.
Where's it at?
Iron Sight KSV, that's an upgrade from the normal 5X.
I know. Who's... Knock this guy down right here on top.
One guy's up top where the heli on the helipad. Where the heli was.
I'm backing up. There's so many dudes fighting there.
Yeah,
Alright, I gotta get out
no
here.
fucking plate still. He jumped off to where the buy is now. You guys just want to fucking get in this whip and get out of here?
Okay, so is it all updated and everything? Let's try to play it now. Is everything closed? Everything's closed. Let's see what happens when we hit play. Let's see if it opens up now. Let's see what it does now. Oh, choppy. I bet you I need to restart. What's the ball? What we got here? Legal summary. Oh yeah, hey bud, signed into this game. It wants me to waive my right to a class action lawsuit. Before I even play it, dude. I don't think they can do that. Yeah. Hold on, baby. Why are you what? What did I do? Oh, my water better not be running still. What? You better die. Want to play a game with your brother? Oh, you better not. Yep. Give everybody my password. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, play with your little sister for a minute. Yeah, thank you.